anymore, but they just keep reloading. They had a lot of talent coming back. And if you haven't seen their sophomore tight end play, Mark Bowman, you're in for a treat here tonight.
That's right. I call him Mark Brock Bowers Bowman. This guy reminds me of that former Georgia, now Raiders tight end. He is big, strong, physical, very shifty as well. And what I really like about his game is his blocking. That's what you want at the tight end position, opening things up for
better, right?
Davidson
That's what you're
out of the
gonna say.
backfield and his fellow wide receivers. This guy is a
God.
keep your eye on number 19.
So for De La Salle, they're in a state championship game for the third.
You stupid!
Favai, and it'll be interesting to see if the
ball, opening things up in the passing game.
Oh, thank you.
To be able to convert. He's a great athlete, strong arm. Again, he's gotten more accurate. It's a very tough modern-day defense.
When it starts full screen.
But he is a veteran.
Hello? When I yell. Come on, bro, nobody cares. Get off.
Thank you.
Modern Day won the coin toss and they elect to receive. De La Salle will defend the South end zone.
First to 28.
It is an amazing 53-degree day here in Mission Viejo, California. It's modern day, and De La Salle 1 versus 9 in the state of California. Neither team has lost yet in 20. Over the next 3 hours down at South Orange County. Before we kick, let's say hello to the third member of our team, Nikki Kay.
Well, no stranger to the Southern California high school football scene. 5-time CIF Coach of the Year, Raul Lara, arrived at Modern Day with a plan, not just to continue the winning ways of the Monarchs, but to change the culture, to instill discipline and accountability. But he told me that was not met overnight with immediate success. Some guys were resistant to get on board, especially when you consider a senior class that has had 3 different head coaches over the past 3 seasons. And one of the guys more reluctant to join Raul's vision was senior linebacker Nasir Wyatt, who I spoke to this week, and he told me I couldn't imagine being closer to my head coach than I am today. And as he's had a bigger picture of how this season has played out, he's grateful. He said, Coach taught us how to be impactful players on the field and in the community. He brought structure to this program.
Hey, when you get the buy-in, right, Chris Ricks, good things are going to happen, and this team is 12-0, and as an unbeaten team here in Southern California, they are ranked #1 in not only the state but in the nation, trying to win another national championship. The head coach on the other sideline is Justin Allenbaugh, and big news here, he's going to Disneyland tomorrow. Win or lose, he said he's going to spend the day at Disneyland up the road here, about 13, 14 miles here. The happiest place on earth. He's in his 12th season directing at De La Salle.
That's right. A ton of respect for Justin Allenbaugh in his 12th year after taking over for the legendary Bob Vladisor, who's here on the sidelines tonight, still bleeding green and silver for De La Salle. And so much respect for Raul Lara ever since I played against his teams when he was at Poly, and I was at Bishop Amat, his tenure at Poly, and then Warren High School, his time at St. Anthony's, and now to Mater Dei. One of the most respected high school coaches, both of these coaches, in all of the country. So this is going to be a fun one. You see the Red Storm of Mater Dei. You see the Spartan Shields on the other side traveling well from De La Salle up north, almost filling the whole visiting stands here at Saddleback College. Let's get ready for a fun one, partner, to wrap up the high school football season for a state championship.
Yeah, Mater Dei won the toss, and they elect to receive. They'll get the football first, and De La Salle to defend the south end zone. And Justin Uribari will kick it deep, and it is headed right to the goal line, grabbed it there, but the momentum taking the return man into the end zone, and so this is going to start out at the 20-yard line, the first drive of the game for Mater Dei to open up this 2024 Open Division Championship game. So Elijah Brown is out. They bring in Dash Byerly, and the senior quarterback who signed with Washington has been fantastic throughout the season.
That's right. Byerly transferred in the spring from Chaparral High School. Kid is a hard worker. Love watching him on tape. Got to see him in person as well this season. He learned the system. He's a dual threat. Coach Lara raves about him. You see the numbers in leading Mater Dei to another CIF Southern Section Championship, and now looking for a state championship in this lineage of Mater Dei quarterbacks.
Empty backfield to begin the proceedings here at the Mater Dei 20-yard line. Byerly to throw on first down, lobs it up, he's got a man, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. That's Marcus Harris, the Oklahoma-bound senior, and just a spoil of riches for Mater Dei.
Little switch concept. He had Bowman on a corner route, and then Harris coming over the middle on the post, climbs the ladder. Huge win on first down for Mater Dei.
Marcus Harris has been a great fixture over the last couple of seasons, and a solid sophomore year and junior year. Emerging from the pile on his first carry of the game is the Oregon-bound senior, Jordan Davison. Let's introduce you to Mater Dei's starters.
Yeah, we talked about Byerly. Jordan Davison committed to Oregon. You see him wearing that green shot out of a cannon. The big fellas up front, highlighted by Tohi and the rest of the guys. One of the best offensive lines in the entire country. Davidson, this guy is strong, and watch out when he gets into the open field. He's got breakaway speed, especially as a big running back.
Second down and 1. Byerly is going to throw, and again with Marcus Harris. Harris gets free, and he's down to the 21. Boy, things change so much in recruiting. When I checked this week, he was an Oklahoma commit. Now he's a Washington commit.
That's right. Just a deep slant again. Byerly waits patiently for that second window. Puts it right between the 1 and the 0. Byerly already in rhythm in the passing game as Mater Dei approaching the red zone of De La Salle.
And a timeout already for De La Salle. They're going to spend their first. Just a $1:20 in. A couple of throws to Marcus Harris, and he does his best work. As you see the De La Salle defensive starters, and there's some good ones there.
Yeah, DJ Asiasi, and then you see number 24. You might notice that name, Jones-Drew. Deuce Jones-Drew, the son of Maurice Jones-Drew, sophomore outside linebacker, doing a great job. And then you got Spite, Nichols, and Dean along with Jefferson on the back end. A very good secondary for the Spartans.
I'm going to call this thing the Rust Bowl. Mater Dei has not played in 14 days, and this man's team has not played for 21 days. They last played in the Open Division Championship of the North Coast section on November the 22nd, a week before Thanksgiving is the last time they play. There's their run, and of course, you get a bye if you're the best team in the north, and you get right down here to the south to take on either Mater Dei or St. John Bosco in most years.
Yeah, it's good for preparation having those 3 weeks, but the downside is you haven't played in a while, and now you're going against a very fast and physical Mater Dei Monarch team.
First down and 10 at the 22-yard line. That's Davison in motion. Byerly's going to throw for the 5-yard line at his sophomore tight end, and it's Mark Bowman with his 30th grab of the season. That's very Bowers-esque right there, isn't it?
That's right. Bowman, one-on-one coverage on the corner route. This is a dive from Byerly. Look at that small window. And there was good coverage on the back end by Nico Baumgartner, the very talented linebacker for De La Salle. But Byerly just puts it in a perfect spot right over the shoulder of Bowman.
Not even 90 seconds in, and Mater Dei has gone from the 20 all the way down to the De La Salle 5-yard line.
This is where you just go a little dose of Jordan Davison, the pistol formation, behind that big offensive line.
Davison's an 1,100-yard rusher with 17 touchdowns. He's going to get a chance here, and he's going to get grabbed right at the line of scrimmage and then driven back to about the 6-yard line. Bring it up 2nd and goal from the 6, and he runs into Wyatt Ferguson, a junior.
Randy Wright, the offensive coordinator for Mater Dei, doing a great job this season. See Wyatt Ferguson, big man.
Yeah, he was in this championship game a year ago.
Yeah, going both ways for the Spartans.
Yep. That's the thing, a lot of guys on the line going both ways, and they don't necessarily go both ways for the likes of Mater Dei or St. John Bosco. Either one of those teams have been representing the South in the last 7 Open Division Championship games. Byerly out of the backfield to Davison. Davison cuts back in and dives forward down to the 2-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards.
You see, one of the things that impresses you so much about Davidson, he's a big guy. Usually they have stiff hips and not as shifty, but very versatile. Goes down to catch it, puts the ball in one hand, is able to cut back across the grain and pick up about another 5 yards. And watch, when he gets in the open field, he's a big guy, but he is so fast. Big, strong, he really is the complete package. That's why Dan Henning and the Oregon Duck staff loves this young man. They can't wait to get him up to Eugene.
Out of the pistol, 3rd and goal. Ball at the 2-yard line of De La Salle, opening drive for Mater Dei. Here's the snap. Davison cuts back and is going to be able to walk right into the end zone for the opening touchdown for the Mater Dei Monarchs. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the season.
Genova, Tohi, Green, the big fellas up front. Crash, push everything down to the left, and that allows Jordan Davison to cut back to the right side and a walk-in touchdown. Monarchs on the board first.
Will Mater Dei go for 2 right here in this situation? A 7-play, 80-yard drive that took 3:03, and they're looking for a call here. Interesting formation now. No kicker out, early movement. There was a direct snap to one of the big guys right there.
False start.
Dead ball.
That was Mason
False
Mejias.
start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Yeah, they may want to kick it now. Jerry Troutman is the referee for this Open Division Championship game. Him and his crew are out of Long Beach.
Yeah.
And now they're going to run on Dominic Zanti, who's 34 of 37 in PATs. He was the kicker in last season's championship game of the Open Division, where Mater Dei blanked Sarah San Mateo 35-0. Again, the North team has not scored since the 2001 game, and that was Sarah in that game, and they managed just 7 points in a loss to mighty Mater Dei. Opening drive, 7 plays, 80 yards, 3:03. Monarchs out to a 7-0 lead over De La Salle. looking to win back-to-back state championships for the second time ever. They won back-to-back at the Open Division in 17 and 18, won it in 21, won it in 23, and looking to go back-to-back here, 23 and 24. The coach has changed, the quarterback has changed, but it doesn't look like the result will. Nice precision on that opening drive. 7 plays, 80 yards, 303. And you see De La Salle
still at the top.
Yep, and Folsom is in reach of Modern Day here tonight. And all the Modern Day championships, again, have been from 2017 on. And since 2016 on, it has been a Trinity League team that has won at the Open Division championship level. St. John Bosco has done it 3 times. Modern Day's done it 4 times and looking to do it a 5th time.
Yeah.
Not a lot of teams that are unbeaten that have won as many championships as Modern Day has. But a perfect 4-0, looking to not only be back-to-back state champs, but back-to-back national championships as well. This is Joseph Gutierrez to kick off here. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line for the Monarchs, who won the toss, elected to receive, and march right down the field. Jaden Jefferson is back deep. He's underneath this one at the 1-yard line. Make sure he doesn't go back into the end zone. Brings it up, and he's to the 23-yard line. That's a return of 22 yards. And the first drive here for Toa Favai. The senior quarterback starts his 3rd consecutive state championship game.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching him over the past few seasons. Now it's his senior year leading this Spartan squad and this veer offense. And what is the veer? It's where you have the quarterback, 3 running backs in the backfield. It's really the modern or the original, option zone read. And you got a back who takes the dive, who takes the pitch, blocks in the perimeter, as we see it there, taking the dive first, and so many options. And it's hard to prepare for. Modern Day, only 2 weeks to prepare for it. And funny, it was Coach Raul Lara really simulating, when we asked who was simulating this scout team and running this veer, he said first it was me, and then he taught it to Chase Wagner, the senior quarterback, and them really trying to simulate the best they could all these different options. You don't see the veer during the season. This is the first time Modern Day defense will see this veer option offense, all the different backs and all the different looks for Favai and the Spartans.
Eric Blanche had the first carry for just a yard. Favai's going to keep it, and he gets upended and dropped for a loss back at the 21-yard line. They're going to be looking at 3rd and 11, and that's Nasir Wyatt, who's headed to Oregon with a stop.
Yeah, you've got Blanche and Kelly, the dynamic backs in the backfield, along with Deuce Jones-Drew. And then the great offensive line up front with Robinson, Johnson, Platzbecker, Talona, and Ferguson. Physical bunch up front for the Spartans.
Yeah. Justin Allenbaum was telling us probably the best group that he's had in the years that he's been here.
And this line gets off the ball quick, Steve. 3-man front for Modern Day.
They don't throw a lot, and Favai just fires a rocket fastball at Jaden Jefferson. He can't handle it, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for De La Salle to begin things here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was really like a hot for Favai getting out to Jefferson, with Modern Day bringing pressure off the edge. It was almost like Favai was turning 2 as a shortstop or second baseman. It was just too hot for Jefferson to handle. As you see Coach Allenbaugh talking to Jefferson, saying, we got to catch that ball. There was some space on the perimeter if he was able to catch it and run. Missed opportunity for De La Salle.
Favai at times will act as the punter. They're going to run in Justin Uribari to punt this one out. They almost got to it. There's no flag and a big bounce, and this is going to take a big roll for De La Salle, and it's something their defense needs. The starting field position for Modern Day will be the 19-yard line. So a break for the Spartans after a 71-yard punt by Uribari, who averages just 30 yards per punt. So talk about when you really needed it to get your best punt of the year.
Yeah, that's called flipping the field. Nice job by Uribari. There was a little contact after the kick, but not enough to draw the penalty. Nice kick by 86.
So second drive of the game for the Monarchs as you look at Jordan Davidson coming out. Davidson, a senior bound for Oregon.
And look at the back of their jerseys. You don't see the last names. You see Monarchs, and that's just one of the ways that Coach Raul Lara is trying to change the culture. Really, it's not about me. It's about the team. one of the one subtle signs, everyone having the same name on the back of their jersey.
And Frank McManus was here last year. 1 year he got a championship. Bruce Rollinson picked up championships as well, 3 of them, 17, 18, and 21. Handoff Davison, he goes right. He cuts back. He's got a first down. They say he can run away from the secondary most times, and that time Jaden Nicholas runs him down, the junior, but a first down pickup for this outstanding senior running back.
Strong run into the boundary. That's the short side of the field. So you not only have receivers out in space, you've got linemen out blocking downfield. Bradley, that was Cody Green out in space blocking.
Byerly has a man open and floats it in and out of the arms of Gavin Honore. Jaden Jefferson in coverage. Well, they almost had a deep shot.
Yeah, Honore got behind coverage, and Jefferson, this ball just hung a little bit too much. Honore not able to pull it in, and good effort by Jefferson, even though he got beat, finishing getting a hand in there and trying to break it up.
And Jefferson, this is his 3rd state championship game. He started as a freshman at cornerback in that loss to Lincoln in the 2022 Division I AA title game. So he's got a chance next year to go 4 for 4.
Yeah, love seeing that silver Spartans helmet.
Pistol, and here's Davison. A flag, our first of the game, as Davison gets outside the numbers for a pickup of 5 yards, but hold everything here.
Nice job by Bubba Vargas to chase down Davison and pull him down. Mentioned the penalty, and I mentioned that Spartan helmet. For a few years they had the Spartan helmets on there. They changed the design. This is the original script that they had on for years with Bob Ladisor, DJ Williams, and Maurice Jones-Drew. And a few years ago they brought that back. One of the best helmets in high school football.
That's a break there for De La Salle. The penalty on the hold against Mater Dei.
Yeah.
That's going to put them way behind the sticks, but again, it's an offense that can easily pick up 20 yards in one play here.
Right now, De La Salle in a cover one high safety and man coverage. Big push into the field and press coverage to the top end of the boundary.
2nd and 20 for Dash Byerly. Byerly over the middle and overthrows his intended target. And that was Cohen Parnell, junior, with 14 catches coming in, 2 of them touchdowns.
Little breaking route from the backside. As you mentioned, Byerly just sails this one over Parnell. Lucky it wasn't intercepted on the back end by De La Salle.
Byerly's been picked off just 2 times all season. His first pick actually came in the playoffs, so he navigated the entire regular season without throwing an interception.
What a job he has done again, coming in the spring, learning the system. Twice committed to the University of Washington.
Showed up just a few weeks before Coach Lockhart did.
Yeah.
Byerly's going to take off running. Byerly going to try and get all 20 yards back himself. Dances out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Well, they might give him a better spot up to the 46.
Talk about him being a dual threat, man coverage, sees a lot of space, gets outside, gets some blocking. And a nice effort to break that last tackle and get a couple more yards. 4th and medium now for Mater Dei. You see him wearing number 9, an honor to wear that jersey. That's the number Bryce Young wore when he was here playing quarterback for the Monarchs.
And he's only 2 generations removed from Bryce Young, right? It goes Bryce Young, Elijah Brown, and then Byerly here, who's a Washington signee. He got 17 to the 20 they needed, 4 down territory. 4th and 3, they're going for it. Byerly's going to take off. He's not going to get there, and De La Salle's defense holds. How about that? That is exactly what the Spartans needed to stay in this thing. It's Matthew Johnson, the senior, who got there first, and Johnson is Oregon bound himself.
Yeah, surprised at the play call here with the recon, the quarterback draw by Byerly. Takes some hits. Ball came out late. Lucky it wasn't a fumble. But it's not like it was 4th and 1 or 2. You had about 3-4 yards to go. Great job by the Spartan defense swarming to the football and a turnover on downs.
Well, this is a momentum drive right here for Toa Favai. They'll also play a second quarterback in Brandon Knight here. he gets about every third series. This is the second series. And on the dive, there's about a 5-yard run to the 44-yard line of Mater Dei. Dominic Kelly with his first carry. He's a senior running back.
See, there's that first option on the veer. You give it to the dive up the A-gap. We'll also see if I keep it and run it or keep it and pitch it outside on the perimeter.
Provide just 82 pass attempts all year coming in. His 83rd was that fastball he threw that was incomplete. Handoff here, Kelly, and he's going nowhere. Going to be dropped for a 4-yard loss. Runs into Montana Toilolo.
Yeah, no one got a hand on Toilolo. Number 50 just gets right through, beats his man, is in the backfield in a hurry for the TFL. Tackle for loss. Number 50 just shooting the gap. Penetration in the backfield as he gets a breather.
De La Salle is one poor play away from having back-to-back 3-and-outs to open up this game. Still looking for their first down as we get to the 4:45 mark now of this opening quarter. And here's a handoff on a little jet sweep. That's to Jaden Jefferson. The athlete is going to wind up losing 4 more yards. Lucas Capacita, the senior, with a tackle for a loss.
Gosh, Mater Dei is just so good, Steve, at scraping, shedding their blocks, getting off the block, and then moving sideline to sideline. Even a guy so fast and shifty like Jefferson cannot get to the edge because of the pursuit of the front of Mater Dei.
Here's Ibarra, the junior, had a terrific punt his first time, sailing well over 60 yards. So another 3-and-out for De La Salle. That time the flag comes out. And this one is fielded back at the 15-yard line. Shifty moves, another flag is out. And to the 32-yard line on the carry for Mater Dei. It looks like it was Corey Lavender. And that's exactly who it was, the junior.
Mater Dei playing aggressive, coming after this punt, trying to block it. Contact again, but this time more obvious, drawing the flag. I think we're going to have a roughing the kicker. And De La Salle will retain the football.
It was 4th down and 15 when the kicker was run into. There was also a penalty on the return there by Lavender. So this Long Beach crew will figure things out here. Jerry Troutman.
There are 3 fouls on the play, all on the receiving team. 5-yard running into the kicker, that penalty is declined. Blindside block on the return team, that penalty is declined. Holding on the return team, that penalty being forced from the spot of the foul, it'll be first down.
All right, well, so 3 penalties against Mater Dei. You take the 3rd one, which gets you a first down, so bring the offense back out on the field here. So they were in jeopardy of another 3-and-out. Justin Alaba a little confused. So this is just a 5-yard variety, right? Running into the kicker. He gets run into by Chuck McDonald, who's Alabama bound.
Yeah. I think that penalty should be more than 5 yards, right? It should be 10, if not 15, at least 10. Otherwise, I'm coming after trying to block it every time. If I run into the guy, it's only 5 yards.
But that certainly wasn't 15 yards. That was not malicious at all. It wasn't roughing the kicker. And so they're going to move the ball up into Mater Dei territory. Or will Mater Dei have it? I think Mater Dei is going to... Now, Mater Dei will keep it now, so it won't be the first down. So it was, in fact, a 3-and-out.
Penalty moves the ball back.
But the penalty is going to move back the 3rd drive for Mater Dei to the 10-yard line. It's not often where you see
it's 3 penalties.
Yeah,
against
exactly.
Mater Dei, and they still have the football. That's why you saw the wide-eyed look of De La Salle coach Justin Allenbaugh.
Yeah, just as confused as we were. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd drive of the first quarter. Byerly's got a man. It is caught at the 40-yard line. And see you later. Honoree, the sophomore, is in for his 6th touchdown of the season. Just that easy. 90 yards, one play.
There was 2 receivers at the top and just a blown coverage as he just runs by everyone. Honoree, no one checked him off the line. It was just a free release. And then no one was there in the middle of the field. That's 7-on-7, easy pitch and catch from Byerly to Honore.
So much for that momentum drive high for De La Salle. Finally get the Monarchs off the field, and you get the 3 penalties. Your punter gets run into. You back up Mater Dei, and on one play they flex their muscles.
Nikki K already on it, talking to Kevin Honore before he can even grab a seat on the sideline.
3 drives, 2 touchdowns for Mater Dei. Zante now 35 of 38 on PATs on the year. And that one is perfect. 14-0 Mater Dei here with still 3:39 to go in the opening quarter play. It's just another kid you're going to have for 2 more years after this.
Yeah, look at the protection. No one in his face. Able to take comfortable drop, step up, and then Honore just running free to the top of the field with no one anywhere near him. That's why when I saw that coverage, I said, uh-oh, because there was no one even in the same vicinity. Such a big cushion and no rerouting or anything to challenge him off the line. Just shot out of a cannon. You can't catch number 6.
All right, let's check in with Nikki, who's got more on red 6.
Well, Chris Ricks, you said uh-oh, and Gavin said feed me. He saw the safety come down in that coverage, was able to make the read, catch the ball, and he was off to the races. He told me, easy tutty.
I was thinking
Nikki K.
Red 7 is Wedding Crashers, right? Red 7, Red 7. I don't know what Red 7 is. 3:39 to go, opening quarter of play. That touchdown throw by Byerly was his 24th of the season against just the 2 interceptions, all of them in the postseason. So Davison and Honore have touchdowns for the Monarchs, and still the North has not scored since the 2021 game. Sarah lost 44-7 to this Mater Dei team. There's a good return out past the 30-yard line. And the return taken by Jaden Jefferson.
Good job by the front 4, opening up that hole for Jefferson to get out in space. Look at DJ Asiasi with the decleater. And then the Mater Dei coverage team able to recover to prevent the house call from Jefferson.
Jefferson's one of the fastest guys in the state of California, by the way, too. So
oh, yeah.
He could have some electric returns. All right, 3rd drive now for De La Salle of the opening quarter, and they are yet to gain a first down here. It's just tracking a lot like the way Sarah played against Mater Dei last year. They were doing everything they could. They said, hey, we're not even going to punt if we're back at the 3-yard line. And then
now look at De La Salle spreading it out. Big shift. Bring it back in.
This is Favai still in there for a 3rd straight drive, and it's incomplete. He was down at the 45-yard line targeting Jaden Nicholas. The Mater Dei defense, here's their starters.
Tremendous defensive front for Mater Dei, and then one of the most talented secondaries in the country with McDonald, Dixon, Lang, and Leah Tule.
Yeah, just about everybody going everywhere. It's more like, okay, you've got, let's see, Darius Dixon headed to Penn State.
Yep.
Chuck McDonald to Alabama. Abdul Sanders to Alabama. Nasir Wyatt went to Oregon. Semi Tulanga to Utah.
Wheel route.
Favai's got a man open, and he overshoots Derek Blanche. You know, Derek Blanche has the most catches of any running back in De La Salle history. And if he was able to catch that one, nothing but open real estate in front of him.
That hurts if you're Toa Favai. He's that open. You just want to play catch. You don't have to be perfect. Just give him a chance to catch it. Blown coverage by Mater Dei. Blanche was unaccounted for out of the backfield, and no one within 10 yards. Huge missed opportunity for De La Salle. As you can see, a side of Maurice Jones-Drew on the left side.
And another 3rd down and long for Favai, who's thrown 3 touchdown passes all season long. Throws it inside and connects there with Ant Dean. And Ant Dean's going to get forward to the 34. That's going to bring up a 4th down. It's Ace Latuli, a freshman strong safety, that makes the stop. And this very well could be another 3 and out here for De La Salle.
Yeah, you'd like to go for it. Maybe if you're in Mater Dei territory on their side of the field, Steve, but here on your own 34-yard line, and you got to punt it.
De La Salle will punt for the third time. They still have not gotten a first down in this game. 3 consecutive 3-and-outs here.
At some point, they're going to fake one. Just now,
Yep.
at the time.
Uribari gets it off without being contacted, and it's going to get fielded at the 40-yard line. And moving up forward is Gavin Henry. Check it. That is Corey Lavender. And so the Monarchs, the last thing you want to do is give the Monarchs 4 possessions, for goodness sakes, in the opening quarter, huh?
Well, and here's the tough thing. Not only are you not able to sustain a drive and move the chains, you're really not giving your defense any rest. The defense has been on the field so much with these 3-and-outs.
Well, Mater Dei scored on one play, covered 90 yards moments ago to go up 14-0, and they run Dash Byerly back out, 63% passer. Kid that, as you had mentioned, transferred in from Temecula Chaparral. We saw another Temecula transfer last night, win a state championship, and Akili Smith Jr. lead Lincoln to a championship. Here we go out of the pistol and a handoff, and they're going to just change things up here. It's not Davison this time. Got another change of scenery back there. And that's going to be Kenny Leggett, who's a sophomore, who's run now for over 200 yards on the season, runs into Nico Baumgartner.
Nice job by Baumgartner getting in the backfield, trying to wrap him up, but just continue to pump the legs, turns it into positive yardage.
5th state championship game for Mater Dei, 4-0. Every single championship has been at the Open Division, 17, 18, 21, 23, looking to add 24, and it's looking good with 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Byerly, well protected, puts it up here, looking for Caden Dixon Wyatt, and he overthrew the junior. In coverage, Jaden Jefferson. Well, they've challenged Jaden Jefferson a couple of times, one of the fastest guys in the state.
Yeah, you see Mater Dei fans wanted a flag on this. Good coverage by Jefferson. And a good call. Just a little bit too far outside of the stretch of Caden Dixon Wyatt.
Yeah, Jefferson's got his hands full tonight. Every one of those receivers is going to be bigger than him, but maybe not faster than him. The junior does not have an interception yet this season. Starting in his 3rd consecutive state championship game and likely a 4th next year. Byerly empty backfield, throwing on 3rd down. Coming back to get it is Dixon Wyatt, but he's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. And I would assume Mater Dei will likely go for it here in the final 1:20 of this opening quarter.
Yeah, Byerly misses this pass a little bit. It's low on these outbreaking routes. You want those up and away where your receiver can catch it in stride, wheel to the outside, and keep running. And that time, Dixon Wyatt had to go down to make that catch. No yards after the catch.
Well, in last year's championship game, Mater Dei didn't punt. So why start here, right? That was against Sarah.
I try to find Mark Bowman here.
And going under center, they're going to try and draw him off sides here. That's Bowman trying to go under center right there. Barking it out, timeout here, and maybe they will punt when it's all said and done. Trying something different there. Mater Dei spends their first time out here. Got it 4th down and 2 plus territory at the De La Salle 48-yard line.
Mater Dei is so confident, Steve, and we saw it in that first drive with them going for 2, trying to have a lineman run the football after their first score. I don't see them punting this football. I think they're going to try to get some other guys involved, have a little fun on this 4th and short. I would be surprised to see them punt it here in De La Salle territory.
Well, you're going to be cocky if you've been able to navigate this schedule we're going to put up here and get to 12-0 and be #1 in the country. And they're #1 in California by Max Preps. They're #1 nationally as well. And what they have done, I mean, they have beaten some of the best teams in the nation pretty handily.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is the top 10 teams. Bishop Gorman once, St. John Bosco twice, St. Francis, who's national ranked 8th, Orange Lutheran, Centennial twice.
Yeah.
That strength of schedule is off the charts. Byerly back in on a 4th down and 2. Hands it off, first down run. That is Leggett, and Leggett motoring his way down to the 30-yard line. Jacob Darts the tackle.
Take a look at the push up front by the offensive line. Just watch the linemen. I mean, you got double teams. You got guys just sealing that left edge, making it easy to get on the outside for Leggett. Take another look. You got guys on the left side. A huge seal. Makes it easy for the running back to get out in space and move the chains.
And remember, they replaced 3 guys on the starting offensive line and have not missed a beat. The one guy who signed on that line, the right guard, number 71, Sione Tohi, 300-pound senior, is Arizona bound to play for Brett Brennan next year in Tucson.
Yeah, you'd love that, Steve.
I certainly do. But who knows nowadays, right? First down and 10, and Byerly is going to scamper up to about the 27-yard line. He gets out of bounds there. Pick up of 4 yards.
Well, you
and they'll mark
mentioned
him at the 25.
We talk about this offensive line. We talk about college. I mean, this offensive line is just as big, if not bigger, than a lot of the college offensive lines you see. Just their size across the board. One of, if not the best, offensive line unit in the country.
Yeah, the smallest guy is the center, Jojo Genova, rather. 6'4", 290 pounds. That's your smallest guy.
He's the runt of the litter.
Yeah, exactly. The runt of the litter, you're right. 35 seconds. Second down and 4 from the De La Salle 25-yard line. Byerly, plenty of time. Pocket holds up. He's rolling. Now he's in trouble. And down he goes back at the 35-yard line. Smothered back there. Those big guys can't block for that long. A loss of 9 yards.
Good job getting in the backfield. That's DJ Asiasi along with Ace Robinson. Byerly not able to get away. Good coverage on the back end. Not just the front, but that coverage. Nothing open for Byerly to find. That's why he takes the big sack.
Yeah, Maya Tolota was in there too. He's a junior, has offers from Auburn, Cal, and an Oregon offer. That's the end of the first quarter of play. Mater Dei will continue its 4th drive of this first half. They've been successful on 2 so far, and they'll continue when we come back for the second quarter of play. Open Division Championship game, #1 team in the country in front, 14-0. Let's take a look at some of the NFL players to come out of modern day. Former Heisman Trophy winner Matt Leinart played most of his career in Arizona. Another Trojan QB, Matt Barkley, the backup for the New York Giants. Pro Bowl receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, also out of SC, third year on pace for a career year with the Lions. And, of course, the #1 overall pick in the draft. I think you're quite familiar with this guy. 2021 Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young, who won a state title with the Monarchs back in 2018. When he was being named the 2021 Heisman recipient, we were in this booth.
That's right.
They were winning a game over Sarah, so it was just a perfect day for modern day. They got a state championship and a Heisman Trophy winner again a few years ago back in 2021.
That's right. It was a special night for the Monarch Nation.
Byerly to throw here, out left, outside the numbers. Catch is made on 3rd down and long, and it's Marcus Harris who's Washington bound. A couple of catches for 117 yards and a touchdown last season at Open Division Championship game against Sarah as a junior.
Nice open field tackle by Jaden Nicholas on Harris. Not an easy thing to do. You see, committed to Washington after flipping from Oklahoma.
4th and long, Marcus Harris with a 3rd catch in this game. 4th and 10, Byerly empty backfield, looks to his sideline, to his offensive coordinator, Randy Wright. Boyd coming over, Raul Lara didn't get rid of any of the staff, right? He just added one guy who's kind of like a recruiting and a player agent type guy.
Yeah, Rudy Cambero.
Yep. 4th and 10, Byerly for the first down, and he overshoots the tight end, Bowman. And De La Salle for the 2nd time gets modern day off the field on downs.
Yeah, Bowman on the seam. Try to go up top. Just a little too high for the big tight end.
And it becomes another one of these momentum drives here. Will they switch out quarterbacks, though? As we told you, and they will. Right on cue, Braden Knight goes about every 3rd series. This time he'll go the 4th series. He's a 6'3", 185-pound junior quarterback, and he's got Division I skills.
Yes, he does. Coach Allenbaugh really likes him, more of a prototypical quarterback.
Yep, and operates under center, and they're going to run the dive there, and it's a successful one. They're going to wind up getting 8 of the 10 yards they need for a first down. Ezekiel Sua, a sophomore, with his 51st tackle of the year.
See some of the numbers on Knight. A good athlete as well, can run, but a bigger frame and more of your prototypical quarterback. Watching him on tape reminds me of Arch Manning a little bit out of Texas.
Team is his next year, and Coach Allenbaugh said, we don't want a Division I bound quarterback just sitting on the sidelines all year.
And Tofavai has been a great leader as well.
He's going to throw, flings it out right, and overthrows his target up that right sideline, and that is Dylan Scott, first target of the game for that sophomore. And it's 3rd down and short. The good thing is you have yourself in a manageable 3rd and 2 against the defense that could push you back 5 yards on a play like this.
Yeah, and that was good coverage that time by Danny Lang on Scott. A small window for Knight to put it in.
Let me remind you, De La Salle still looking for their first down of this game. They've had 3 3-and-outs. See if they can get it done here. And they're going to get it by penalty. How about that?
Hard count.
All the ways to get it, huh? Tamu
Jed Ball,
Tupui jumps.
encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
That's a 315-pound junior defensive tackle jumping off sides. And there it is. The first down of the game for De La Salle comes via penalty at the 10-19 mark.
That's a good hard count from the junior quarterback in Knight to get the Monarchs to jump.
Fresh set of downs, and your defense gets a little bit of rest here. And they're running on a dive there, and right near the 50-yard line on the carry. And that's going to be Deuce Jones-Drew. His first carry of the game runs into Sean Scott.
Jones-Drew, just a sophomore, the son of the great Maurice Jones-Drew, played at De La Salle many years in the NFL, part of the Spartans coaching staff.
Does what we do, right? Rams radio analyst, so he's back and forth, but he was up in the Bay Area doing a game and then coming back down here for this championship game.
Yeah,
the Rams are hot. 7 of 9 wins, huh? Here's a handoff and no running room at all, but penalty markers come out here. That defense can just smother you up. And right there, they smother up Derek Blanche, who's closing in on a 1,000-yard rushing season.
personal foul, face mask on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, results in a first down.
That's their second first down, both via penalty. Down to the field we go, Nikki K.
Well, Maurice Jones-Drew, obviously a legendary quarterback for De La Salle, but he has spent the past couple of years coaching different position groups within the offense. This year, he is the wide receivers coach, and he will actually go down to UCLA, his alma mater, get books that can teach his wide receivers how to be better disciplined in their positioning and their skill sets, and bring him back and make his players better. But guys, it's also the mentality about going up against giants, because he once went up against Long Beach Poly back in the day and had success.
Incomplete pass targeting Dylan Scott for the second time on this drive to no avail.
Yeah, and you talk about the humility of Maurice Jones-Drew. You would think legendary running back, De La Salle, college, UCLA, NFL. I'm just going to coach running backs. He says, no, wherever you need me, Coach Allenbaugh, helping coach up those wide receivers. His experience, his knowledge can help any position group, probably on either side of the ball. So really cool to see his humility and helping coach up those wide receivers.
Small world. I sat in front of him at the Superdome over Thanksgiving weekend, December 1st, taking in the Saints-Rams game, and I can't believe they could call the game from that high up. But they did. I was eavesdropping on the broadcast. 2nd and 10, play fake, ball is batted, it's up in the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Mater Dei. That is Sean Scott with his second interception of the season, and Knight throws his third pick.
I mean, talk about the penetration of the front of Mater Dei, the defensive line. This is a catch and throw. This is a quick game. It's batted at the line of scrimmage. Coming off the edge. Looked like that was number 31.
Nasir Wyatt, yeah.
Nasir Wyatt with the bat, and then you see Sean Scott, defensive lineman, with some hands coming up with the interception.
So Mater Dei is going to have it at their own 36-yard line. What a smothering defense. My goodness, 5 shutouts last year. No shutouts this year for Mater Dei, but they've been really good under co-defensive coordinators. Robert Thomas, Dominic Cisse.
Yeah.
Byerly gets Oregon-bound Davison back in. Boy, Oregon has raided both these teams' rosters. And there is Davison, and he's got a first down run. No shutouts this year for Mater Dei. Jacob Darts making the stop.
I mentioned Nasir Wyatt on the bat. The last play going to Oregon here. Jordan Davison committed to Oregon. You know, a pipeline really now from Mater Dei to Eugene.
And you got Cody Green, who's one of the tackles, 6'6", 295 shooter. They got another year to go. He's in Oregon to stop.
That's right. And Tapui as well. Mentioned Nasir Wyatt on the bat. The last play going to Oregon here. 46-yard line. Committed to Oregon.
8.5 to go.
Pipeline moving out from Mater Dei to Eugene.
Byerly. Cody Green. He'll take off running. He's getting 295 shooter. Flip. They got another year to go. He's in Oregon to stop.
That's right.
Jones threw the sophomore. Started linebacker in this game with a big stop there.
How about that? The sophomore making an impact on both sides of the ball. The running back position now here at the outside linebacker in pursuit of Byerly, able to bring him down.
This defense has gotten Mater Dei off the field twice on downs. Mater Dei did not punt in the championship game last year against Sarah. They have yet to punt here. They've gone for it twice on 4th down to no avail. So a couple of small moral victories for De La Salle. Just trailing 14-0 with 7:43 and counting to go in this Open Division Championship game before half. That's Bowman in motion, the sophomore tight end. And Byerly hands off outside the numbers. Goes Davidson streaking up the sideline, and he's taken down to the 35-yard line. Another Mater Dei first down. That's a gain of 24 yards.
Yeah, getting to the edge of that sideline. That looked like Jamar Searcy from Pitt yesterday. Yeah. And Anthony Dean saving a touchdown here, just taking out the legs of the big running back in Davison.
39th tackle of the season for Ant Dean. First down and 10. Byerly lobs it up and overthrows his target, and that is Caden Dixon Wyatt. Junior with a team-leading 45 receptions. It's the second time he's been overthrown in a situation like this in this first half.
I mean, the Mater Dei receivers, Steve, are just so fast. It's man coverage for De La Salle. It's not like they're pressing. They're playing off, giving cloud, giving a soft coverage, even getting in a backpedal at times. And the modern day receivers are just flying by and getting deep and beating them in coverage so much. Byerly just overshot that one to Dixon Wyatt.
2 of the Monarchs state championships, half of their state championships have come over De La Salle, back-to-back years in 17 and 18.
Yep.
Trying to put De La Salle on the resume for the 3rd time. 2nd and 10, pistol again. Just over 7 minutes to go. Davison into the pile and not much running room. Pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and long. Bubba Vargas, who's a starting catcher on the De La Salle baseball team, with the stop.
As we talk about Davison and all these Oregon commits, talking with Coach Raul Lara this week, saying, like, what is it? But Oregon just doing such a great job getting on campus, meeting these guys, and then once they get them up to Eugene, everything, all the toys and everything they have up there, such a big influence. But Lincoln Riley's been on campus recently. Coach Lara telling us they had a really good conversation, trying to get that USC pipeline going again.
Yeah.
If I'm Deshaun Foster at UCLA, I'm getting on Mater Dei's campus as well, St. John Bosco, and try to keep these SoCal guys home, not let them go up north or to the SEC as well.
3rd down and 10. Monarchs 1 of 3 on 3rd down in the first quarter. Byerly for the end zone, and diving at the 2-yard line to grab it is Caden Dixon Wyatt. He keeps taking shots, and he keeps getting rewarded. That's a 32-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Well, man, coverage again. A little inside slot fade by Caden Dixon Wyatt. Nice ball from Byerly. And look at the concentration, number 4, to pull it in.
That's your leading receiver with his 47th catch of the season.
Give it to 0. Let him finish it.
Can he get in for the 2nd time? Davison, little stutter step, and he's down to the 1-yard line. They keep him out momentarily, postponing the inevitable, most likely. Bubba Vargas, another tackle. 2nd and goal for Mater Dei. 5th drive for the Monarchs, looking to score on 3 of their 5 drives here in this opening quarter. So look at Raul Lara. First year trying to become the 3rd different Mater Dei head coach to win a state championship in the last 5 years. Rollinson, McManus, and now perhaps Lara. 5:05 to go. Byerly turns, hands off. Davison fighting for the goal line, and they keep him out one more time.
Wow. Credit the front of De La Salle. That's usually automatic. When the ball's inside the 2 or 3 yard line, you give it to number 0. He's either going to have a hole or he's going to push forward. And Jordan, a little slow to get up. You hope he's okay.
Yeah, and we were talking about Oregon commits and Oregon signees, right? Well, you got 2 of them along the defensive line. At least one of them has an offer, De La Salle. That would be Maya Talota. And then Matthew Johnson's going to Oregon, and he's a kid with 8.5 sacks, wears number 56, a senior for De La Salle. And here's Davison, and they're very deep at running back, but we would hate to see anything happen to this young man here. Yeah, wearing the Oregon green gloves and as well the shoes.
That's right. What a season it has been for Jordan Davison. And again, you hope he's okay.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, ball will still be on the goal line for Mater Dei.
Join the strongest team in California and see how much further a career with the California Highway Patrol can take you. Comprehensive benefits, a starting salary of $117,000 per year, and paid world-class training. What are you waiting for? Visit chpneedformore.com to start your application today.
They're attending to the hand or the wrist, the left-hander wrist of Jordan Davison, and it is tough in those trenches here tonight. You see him trying to work out whatever cramp or whatever. Look at this. Look at Nico Baumgartner, number 11, deliver that hit right there on Davison and then get helped out by the likes of Landon Cook and others. And so out goes Davison. But again, they have a stable of running backs. And the turn now is Kenny Leggett. Sophomore's had a few carries in this game. 3rd and goal from the 1. And under center goes Bowman. The ball is on the turf. It squirts out. If they get it back, it'll be a loss of a yard. And Bowman was going to try and take the snap and run it in on a little trickery there for Mater Dei.
Yeah, they motion him behind the center and trying to get the snap from under center, something he doesn't do very often. We see the result. It goes down. Lucky wasn't a turnover. You see him come right under the center, try to get the snap, and it comes out. De La Salle almost scoops it, but Bowman able to get back on it. Now this is where you hand it off to the running back or you have Byerly keep it on his own read and walk in on the edge.
Loss of a yard, 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Byerly with Leggett to the left of him. Here we go. Can De La Salle get him off the field on downs for the 3rd time in the first half? And Mater Dei wants to spend a timeout to talk about what they're going to do, and perhaps they might even take the points and send on Dominic Zante. See what Raul Lara wants to do. Make it a 3-score game here with 3:45 to go in the 2nd quarter.
As we see Coach Lara chopping it up with his coaching staff, you mentioned that he kept everyone who was there, and as he told us on the conference call this week when we met, saying, hey, things were rolling so well, he said, I would have been dumb to fire these coaches. They had everything rolling in the spring when he came in, kept everyone on staff, and as we mentioned, just brought in Coach Rudy Cambero, who he's had a relationship with, and is good about getting guys in to whatever program he's at.
Mater Dei will have 1 timeout left for the final 3:45. They are still huddled up near their sideline here after spending the timeout, and Jerry Troutman's like, let's go. And they are going to send the offense back out. Byerly. Here we go. That looks like it's Leggett to the right of him. Davison still out. Big 4th and goal from the 2 in a 2-score game. Snap, Byerly runs right, and I don't think he's going to get in. De La Salle keeps him out one more time. That's Maya Talona, who's got the Auburn offer, the Cal offer, the Oregon offer. And Mater Dei is denied at the goal line.
Spartans with a goal line stand of their own, shedding blocks and getting Byerly at about the 2-yard line. He tries to push in, but De La Salle not having it on this drive. Spartans still showing some fight.
Defense has come to play. Now it is up to the offense. They get Toa Favai back. They're going to take over. 1st down and 10 back at their own 2-yard line. And a run, and it is Favai. And Favai gets out near the 10-yard line. I don't think that was Favai. Check it. Dominic Kelly, beg your pardon. Dominic Kelly with a 6-yard run.
Good mesh on that veer. Giving it off to Kelly and getting a positive yards and win on 1st down. Get a little breathing room off their own goal line.
Yeah, Favai had the first 3 drives. He's going to come up under center now. And early movement from that outside for Mater Dei. Flags come up.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. Half the distance, replay 2nd down.
And movement on that right side from De La Salle. So it's going to back him up. This is not the kind of situation you want to get yourself into here. 2 first downs in the game for De La Salle. That's it, but they have both been via Mater Dei penalties. They have yet to get one.
Yeah, I'd like to see Favai get out of the pocket with play action or roll, move the pocket a little bit.
Gonna hand it off. That looks like it's Blanche. He's being pursued from the backside, and he's brought down outside the numbers around the 5-yard line, and it's Nasir Wyatt. I mean, the kid's had 3 different head coaches here at Mater Dei, but it hasn't changed his angle of pursuit on defense.
Yeah, look at him coming from the backside and chasing Derek Blanche all the way down from the opposite side of the field. You see the speed and the pursuit from Nasir Wyatt.
Well, they have had so many terrific edge rushers, especially outside linebackers, you think, over the years here.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and 7 from the 5-yard line. Favai, he comes back, and can he get out of the end zone? No, they're going to tackle him for a safety. And it's Sean Scott making another defensive play. Nasir Wyatt's in there as well. That's going to make it a 16-0 ball game. With 2:09 to go.
Well, it was obviously a run call to not see Favai try to throw this after he picked it up.
Yeah.
Trying to throw it away. It's going to be a quarterback keep on the right side. Just could not handle the snap. I still would have thrown it away here to try to avoid taking those big hits by 2 big fellas from Mater Dei.
I might have thrown it right up into the air and screamed.
Yeah.
16-0 Mater Dei. It's still a 2-score game. But again, De La Salle offensively yet to get a first down that hasn't been via a Mater Dei penalty.
Right.
And you're going to put more pressure on your defense here. Mater Dei is going to get the ball back after the free kick.
Well, the De La Salle defense, as we have seen, has shown a lot of fight tonight, especially on that goal line stand on the last drive. But speaking of defense, I mean, you just cannot say enough about Mater Dei. I mean, they're just not allowing the Spartan offense to do anything. They get a win on first down off their goal line, and then a huge loss in the run on the right side of Blanche, and then getting the safety. And this defense is loaded at every single position. They are so deep, so big, so fast, so strong.
17th state championship game for the Spartans of De La Salle. We showed you they've won 7 titles, more than anybody else in the state. That remains the state record, but they have also lost 9 championship games, and it has been a while since they have won one. You got to go back to 2015. They've lost 6 consecutive state bowl games, and who would have thought that, right? All those years ago when they had that long winning streak and nobody could beat them. And you would never think that they would lose 1 or 2 bowl games, let alone 6 consecutive.
Right.
And credit what they've done down here in the South. Fielded at the 12-yard line. Across the 35-yard line. That's Ace Latuli, a freshman. 2 minutes exactly to go. Mater Dei has 1 timeout remaining. They get the ball back here after the De La Salle safety.
Nice return by Latuli, breaking a couple tackles from the Gunners of De La Salle. Fire up the 2-minute offense for Mater Dei in Byerly. You know, we're going to try to get another score here before going in the locker room.
That De La Salle defense that held Mater Dei at the goal line, and then a long field with their backs against their own end zone, and then the safety kind of killed all the momentum here for De La Salle. Asking the defense to do a lot here as Byerly comes back on. He's thrown a touchdown. Davison has run one, and Davison went out a few moments ago with what looked to be a hand or wrist injury, and haven't seen him come back in. Leggett's the tailback. Byerly, and he's throwing long, and reaching out to make the diving grab is Parnell. Oh, they got some athletes here, huh?
I thought this ball was going to be overthrown, but Parnell hits another gear. Look at this diving outstretch, and look at the hands to pull that in and secure it into the body. That is a big-time catch from number 18, Cohen Parnell.
And they, again, work against Jaden Jefferson in that speed. He's going to be undersized, as we mentioned, against all of these receivers. They keep getting a step on him. First down and 10, 1:30 to go. Byerly hands it off. Leggett gets hit right at the 20-yard line and driven back. That's Bubba Vargas again out of his linebacker spot.
Wyatt Ferguson as well getting in on the tackle, number 74 for the Spartans.
2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Mater Dei Monarchs.
3-by-1 set, pistol formation with Leggett behind Byerly.
Believe it or not, the offense has only scored on 2 of 5 drives. De La Salle's got him off the field on downs 3 times. Byerly throws to a wide open Dixon Wyatt, and he's just going to tiptoe up the sidelines, and he's in for the touchdown. That's just too easy. It comes with 48 seconds to go, and Wyatt's got his 5th touchdown reception of the season. That covered 21 yards.
That's a trips bunch set. Just no one accounts for Dixon Wyatt in the flat. Everyone goes with the in-breaking routes. He breaks out in the flat and is unaccounted for. It's an easy walk-in for number 4.
Stayed in bounds, tiptoed like Mikhail Baryshnikov. And now it is 22-0 with the extra point pending here. And that quick scoring drive. More points come on the board with 48 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Zante, who's only missed 3 extra points all season. And it's 23-0 Mater Dei.
Byerly just waits for the separation, the 3-man route. You had 2 in-breaking routes that drew the coverage. And then Caden Dixon Wyatt, quick little out route. No one's out there, easy pitch and catch. And you see the speed of number 4 on the outside. Monarchs having some fun celebrating in this state championship game.
Again, you got to go back to December 11th, 2021 for the last time a team from the north has scored in this Open Division championship game. It was Sarah San Mateo on this field. Lost 44-7 to this Mater Dei team. And a lot of these seniors were sophomores on that team.
What a catch is to see number 18, Cohen Parnell, there right in the middle. One of the catches of the night. Just fully outstretched arms to secure the catch.
Well, let's talk about Dash Byerly. He's been pretty good.
Well, I know as a quarterback, it helps when you're comfortable in the pocket, able to go through your reads, step up here on time on the slant route. That time to Marcus Harris. Great protection up front. You saw this corner out to Bowman, right over the shoulder. 3, pitch up, going through his reads, middle of the field, finds an open man, as we saw Purnell just a moment ago. And let's finish it. Easy pitch and catch out on the flat to Dixon Wyatt. Another passing touchdown. Dash Byerly doing what he's done all year, getting the ball to his playmakers in space.
2 touchdowns gives him 25 on the year. Racing up, that ball is fumbled and then covered up at the 20-yard line. That could have been disastrous for De La Salle. It's Deuce Jones-Drew, the sophomore. Covers it back up, and with 45 seconds and 2 timeouts left, De La Salle has it for a 6th time here. The good news is they're going to get the football first to start the 3rd quarter of play. So if you can somehow punch it in and cut the lead to 23-7 and then maybe get something going to start the 3rd quarter, you can make it a ball game.
Steve, I told you, De La Salle will score tonight. I stand by that. It's just a matter of when.
Favai back to operate the controls under center here. It's such a strong game rushing last year, did Favai. Kind of surprised he hasn't called his own number. Favai last year ran for 162 yards and a touchdown in that state championship game. It was a level down, 1 AA against Mission Viejo. And he did throw 2 picks in that game. The interception thrown here in this one, the lone turnover for De La Salle in the first half, was thrown by Braden Knight.
I believe Coach Frank McManus is on the coaching staff with Chad Johnson at Mission Viejo.
He was, yeah. Favai rolling out, being chased, and he's going to get caught at the 22-yard line, and a penalty marker comes out on the sidelines. Montana Toilolo in there harassing Favai. Jerry Troutman now to tell us what the infraction's about. It was on. It looked like it was on the sideline near the Mater Dei sideline, like maybe a receiver and a cornerback had some extracurricular activity.
Maybe a sideline warning? I didn't see a scuffle.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, results in a first down.
And that happened by the sideline.
Toy Lola, what a motor on him, chasing down Toa Favai from the back. Not easy to do, and the fast quarterback usually gets away. Got to credit number 50 in pursuit and getting a tackle for loss on Favai.
All right, so they get a little more yardage out to the 37-yard line, but it's going to be first down and 10 with 5 seconds to go. So you got one chance here to play. And to the sideline goes De La Salle. Then they're going to spend a timeout just to discuss this Hail Mary play, if you will. I wonder what the percentage of Hail Marys come through for parochial schools. Right? Or do more public schools score the Hail Mary? It seems like it should be, you know, cornered by the parochial schools.
And it's, do you have Favai throw this ball? Do you put in Braden Knight, a big quarterback, to chuck it downfield? You see Favai still in the huddle.
Certainly looks like an offense that's been off for 21 days, a defense that hasn't been off for 21 days. We were starting to talk to Justin Allenbaugh. My question was, like, what have you been doing the last 21 days? And then we kind of, I think we didn't really get an answer for that, but it was more, then we started talking about two-sport guys. You know, you got two-sport guys for that 21-day stretch. Can they go play basketball for
imagine that?
a couple of weeks?
It's almost a month that they haven't played a competitive football game. It's great for prep, but just getting out of rhythm and the hits and the conditioning. You know, not everyone's been putting in the work, and you can see some of it tonight. They're just gassed.
Yeah. Been off 21 days. Last played November the 22nd. Here we go. And a double move there, and it's not going to wind up being a pass, instead a run out of bounds to run out the clock. And it's going to be a run by Furian Ferreira, who's the third-string quarterback, a sophomore. And that ends the first half of play. So 3 touchdown drives for Mater Dei, also a safety. And let's go down to Nikki Kay, who's with Raul Lara.
Coach, 3 touchdown drives, and when you've scored, you've made it look easy offensively. What's opened up for you?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's hard to defend us. I mean, we have a great run game, obviously our big offensive linemen, and then, you know, our 4 or 5 receivers that we have. So it's hard to really defend us. So when one thing is going really good or going well, it opens up another thing. So I think our offense is executing pretty well, but there were some times that, you know, we should have scored some touchdowns, and De La Salle did a very good job in stopping us.
And another thing that's going well, your defense. You got a shutout and a safety. How proud are you of the assertion your defense is showing?
This defense has been incredible all year, and so everything that I'm seeing is pretty much what we're kind of used to. So, again, just some phenomenal athletes on that side of the ball, and they're doing a very good job, like always.
All right. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thanks, Nikki. Thanks, Raul. Well, it's been at least 10 quarters now of Open Division Championship play since the North has scored against the South. Mater Dei with a comfortable 23-0 lead at the half from Saddleback College in Mission Viejo here, the 2024 Open Division State Championship game.
I'm not gonna lie.
three in the secondary. Just so many weapons. You heard Coach Lara talk about it with Nicky going to locker room. They just have so many guys in the skill position. We mentioned the defense just making it so hard for De La Salle to get anything going. Even when their defense gets a stop, the De La Salle offense not able to get anything in rhythm, and then it's just more offense from Mater Dei rolling. 23, they probably could be up more than that if the De La Salle defense wasn't fighting the way they were, getting some stops in the middle of the field, and then that goal line stand that they had as well. But Byerly, comfortable in the pocket, going through his reads, very accurate. He's taken a few hits, but you see why number 9 is committed to the University of Washington. Got to credit that De La Salle defense. They're not giving up, but they have to get something going offensively here in the second half if they're going to have a chance to compete in the state championship game.
It's not many times you can say a defense has given up 355 first half yards and has kept their team in the ball game, right?
Yeah.
3 first downs for De La Salle, 2 of them via penalty. And I'm not sure where Justin Allenbaum and his Spartans go from here in the second half. They are going to get the ball first to start the third quarter.
Yeah, they just got to get something going, get in rhythm, move the ball, keep their defense off the field. You mentioned their first downs have really just been through penalties. Favai and the guys, I think, you get right back in there as well at the quarterback position and try to get something in rhythm for the offense to help your defense out as well.
This is a remarkable stat. Mater Dei outgained De La Salle 232 yards to 3 in the first quarter alone tonight. It could have been much worse. Number 1 team in the nation doing all they can to go back-to-back as not only state champs, but national champs. The Monarchs with a 23-0 lead over the Spartans. About ready to start the third quarter of play, the 2024 CIF Open Division Championship game. The #1 team in the state, #1 team in the nation, Modern Day, with a 23-0 lead over De La Salle. They've scored 3 times. They also have a safety. Moments ago, our Nikki K had a chance to check in with De La Salle head coach Justin Allenbaugh.
All right, Coach, your defense had an impressive goal line stand, able to get Modern Day off on downs. How do you turn that into offensive momentum?
Well, they're making plays and we're not. So, I mean, that's why it's 23-0. You know, we've had opportunities. We've got to be able to run the ball more effectively. You know, that's a really good team. But like I said, they're making plays and we're not. If we want to claw back into this game, we got to start making some plays. And our guys are capable of it. You know, we didn't show well in that first half. And we got to find some pride, and we got to find some courage, and we got to claw our way back into this game. And ultimately, it's going to be with physicality. And you know, when the opportunity comes, we have to be able to make some big plays.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Yeah, the defense has been very physical, and Justin told us on our conference call his team's been focusing on themselves this year, and really the only opponent at times is us. And so they're going to have a gut check right now to say, let's not beat ourselves here in this second half. They're going to get the ball first here and maybe get a chance to get some momentum, but only 22 yards on 21 plays for De La Salle over the game's first 24 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was the message in the locker room for De La Salle, was really challenging them. And where's your pride? Where is your fight? You saw a little bit there, and you heard it from Coach Allenbaugh. Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the De La Salle locker room. But you know it wasn't in the vein of, all right, guys, just, you know, keep doing your best. It was like, where are my playmakers at? You guys are having opportunities. You got to show some more fight, not just up front, the defensive line, but the offensive line, the skill guys making plays like they've done all year. Just have not had any of those big impact plays. So you know that Coach Allenbaugh and the staff is really challenging those young men in the locker room, saying, hey, we got one more half of football. What are you going to do with it?
Yep. I wonder when we'll see Braden Knight again. We saw him for one drive in that first half. We were told by Justin again on our conference call that he's a Division I bound quarterback. We like to get him in every third series. He was in one time and wound up turning it over. That's a short kick that'll be fielded at the 24-yard line. And the starting field position is going to be the 35-yard line for De La Salle.
Well, that's a tough thing for Coach Allenbaugh and this offensive staff. I think you want to give Braden Knight some reps, but you also want to honor Toa Favai, your senior quarterback, who's had you in 3 state championship games. This is his last game wearing the Spartan helmet, and I think you want to honor that as well, knowing that Braden Knight's time is coming, and he'll be the senior leader and quarterback next year.
It was a senior, Reed Lawrence, that had the return out to the 35-yard line. And Toa Favai is back in. A handoff on a dive gets him about 3 yards to the 38. Again, it's been 11 quarters since a team from the north has scored on a team from the south in the Open Division Championship game. And then the debate, if it ends up this way, another shutout, will be, what to do moving forward in the Open Division Championship games to make it a little more competitive. 7 straight years the Trinity League has won the Open Division, whether it's St. John Bosco or this Modern Day team. On the dive, there is Blanche. Blanche into the secondary, and Blanche with the first down there for De La Salle. It took them a long time till the second quarter to get one, a first down that is, and they had 2 via the penalty, their first 2.
Yeah, the senior running back Derek Blanche, see the fake toss to the right, they come back with the counter the other way to 22, shot out of a cannon. Nice run by Blanche to move the chains.
Blanche had 10 carries for 10 yards in the first half. With that, carries up over 1,000 yards for the season. They're starting to get the run game going between the tackles now. On that carry right there, Dominic Kelly came in with 16 rushing touchdowns to lead the team. He's a senior. That's a 6-yard gain.
Man coverage outside, single receiver, and press coverage. You wonder if you're going to see some play action try to catch Modern Day off guard.
Here's a handoff, another first down, a spin move, Blanche, and he gets hit and taken down at the 30-yard line. And it's Abdul Sanders, who's Alabama bound, who makes the stop.
About the De La Salle running game, getting a little push up front by the offensive line, and then 22, Blanche on fire on this drive, getting into the second level, and Another first down, Spartans.
And a couple of first downs on this drive, looking promising here. Last time they had a promising drive, they wound up turning it over. Favai with the handoff. Nasir Wyatt with another stop. That's Blanche again.
Everyone keying on Blanche now. This is where I see Favai trying to read it, get that mesh, pull it, and throw it on the outside in the perimeter. Had an opportunity that time with the second running back out in space.
Second down and 9 inside the Mater Dei 30 as De La Salle looks for their first points of the game. Favai, he's Idaho bound. Well, he'll play at the next level. He's going to take it. He's going to run. He cuts back, and he almost gains the 20. They're close to getting it inside the red zone. Lucas Capasica with the stop.
De La Salle trying to go up-tempo. Just a quarterback run off the left side, gets a couple nice blocks, and you see the speed and the power of Favai to push forward.
Third and short. They were 0 for 4 on third down conversions in the first half. And here's a dive, and they're going to get it this time to the 19-yard line. That's Deuce Jones-Drew, the sophomore, with the carry for the first down. And move those chains.
Coming hard downhill with the big hit on Jones-Drew. Had a little push on his helmet as well when Jones-Drew was down. Thought there might have been a penalty against Mater Dei. No call.
Solid drive. You got to finish it. 3 first downs against the Mater Dei defense. Favai, and he's going to hand it off. Moving those feet and down to the 10. A pickup of 7 yards. Dominic Kelly, who's built like a brick house, should sign in February with a college. Going to wait to the late signing period. This is De La Salle football right here. This is why they've gotten out to a 12-0 start.
Yeah. 2 tight ends, 2 backs.
And Mater Dei, a little bit back on their heels now, has to spend a timeout here to regroup.
Yeah. Coach Thomas and Coach Cisse, the co-defensive coordinators from Mater Dei, saying, guys, what the heck is going on? Call a timeout and regroup. Getting pushed up front in the trenches. Right now, De La Salle running the ball at will. Take a look here again. Great mesh in the veer option, giving it up the middle that time to Kelly, getting the push.
Well, they've got it in them, partner, because they have run on the season for 3,415 yards in 12 games. 55 touchdowns. That's 284 yards per game. And they're just kind of trying to stick to it here, and a good opening drive to this third quarter. I mean, this is a team that averages 8.5 yards a carry with that triple option veer offense that, quite frankly, Southern California teams rarely see, if at all. And that was brought up to us by Raul Lara. He made that a point. 2nd and 3. The first down make is the 8-yard line of Mater Dei coming out of the timeout. And here's Favai. Favai is going to run for the first down. Favai out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Strong run. Another first down, and they're fired up here.
How about that? You vacate 2 guys from the left side. You shift them off to the right. You think you're going to go power right, and they go to the left to the vacant area. And Favai has a couple blockers out in front. Pushes, almost gets to the goal line. 13 is fired up. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep it in his hands to finish this thing. Watch out for number 22, Derek Blanche as well, who's been money on this drive.
Favai's a fast kid, runs a 10.5 100. And the handoff, did they get in? And no signal yet. Wow. 3 referees haven't signaled. Now they're going to signal that he's down. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1. Dominic Kelly had the carry.
I know we're all the way up here in the broadcast booth, but it looked like Kelly broke the plane.
Oh, you're fake.
Will the drought end after 11 quarters?
And his body is in the end zone there. I thought he broke the plane for the touchdown.
A North team has not scored in the Open Division Championship game since 2021 when Sarah did it in the 3rd quarter. Favai on the sneak. Favai, and he's in. Touchdown. Like the Civil War, the North has broken through the lines. rally the Generals. Justin Allenbaum might like that reference because he's a world history teacher, not
That's
U.S.
right.
history, world history.
That's
and they were
right.
talking this week about the Industrial Revolution in his class.
Well, they let the senior quarterback, Toa Favai, finish this thing, get right up under center, tap the butt, quick snap, and then following the center, getting a little push from his boys behind him as well.
15th rushing touchdown of the season for Favai, and it's game on here. 7:17 to go in the third quarter of play. De La Salle's on the scoreboard here. Favai from a yard out. Monarchs lead at 23-7. De La Salle finally on the scoreboard. They were fired up, having some fun on that sideline as Uncle Mo has now gone to the De La Salle side. And what a drive. They take the ball. They got 4 first downs on that drive. They only had 3 in the first half.
I mean, getting a push up front by the offensive line. You know they were challenging the locker room at halftime. You have Derek Blanche and then Toa Favai, the quarterback, on a couple nice runs, and then him finishing it on the quarterback sneak. Getting a push up front, especially by the middle offensive lineman for the Spartans. In the center, Lucas Plotzbecker leading the way. An impressive drive, and the Spartans have life.
Let's go down to Nikki, who's got more on Toa Favai.
Well, there has been a shot of life re-injected into the Spartan sideline. Toa Favai telling me his mindset on that drive was score no matter what. And I just spoke to right guard Maya Talona saying, what was different for you guys on that one? And he said, oh, we got yelled at during halftime.
Gavin Henry is one of the 2 back awaiting this kickoff here. See if they can keep the momentum going here. Also back for Mater Dei is Ace Latuli. We got a freshman back there and a sophomore back there. This one is headed to the freshman Ace Latuli, who takes it at the 2, heads outside the numbers right side and gets upended at the 20, and his forward progress will take him out to just shy of the 25-yard line. And Dash Byerly will come back out after a solid first half. The first time he's possessed the football, and Mater Dei's offense has possessed it here in this second half. And for Byerly, it was 10 of 15 in that first half, interception free, 2 turnovers. He was sacked twice. That defense for De La Salle, even though they gave up 355 total yards in the first half, I mean, there were some flashes of brilliance. A goal line stand. There were 3 times where they turned Mater Dei over on downs. That might not have happened the entire year, and De La Salle gets it done over the first 24 minutes of this football game. It's Dixon Wyatt in motion. He's caught a touchdown pass. Byerly dumps it off underneath, takes the under route, and Vargas with the stop.
Good job by the Spartans defense. Byerly had 2 receivers out into the perimeter. First and second read was covered, so he had to come to the crossing route, essentially his check down, and then Vargas right there to make the tackle for loss. It's a 1-yard loss on first down for Mater Dei.
Going to back him up behind the sticks. They'll go out of the pistol. Look who's back in, the Oregon-bound Jordan Davison, after tweaking that left hand and left wrist on that goal line stand. He's blocking for Byerly. He releases out of the backfield, floated up there for Harris, and Marcus Harris can't come down with it. And it's going to be 3rd down and 11, and the De La Salle sideline getting into it more and more.
Ball underthrown a little bit to Harris, a rarity for Byerly. You see Harris has to slow up. You see Dean looking back. That's a 50-50 call. Thought maybe you'd get a pass interference on there. No call, then letting them play. But Byerly just missing on the underthrow. And Harris not able to make the adjustment.
Mater Dei was just 2 of 6 on 3rd down in that first half. And then 1 of 4 on 4th down. Trying to signal in a play right here. Clock stops, 6:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Opening drive of the second half for the Monarchs, who led 23-0 at the half. Shifting out of the backfield is Davison. Byerly's going to take off. He gets grabbed and dropped in the backfield. Oh, they get to him. It's Matthew Johnson. He now has 9.5 sacks on the year. He's Oregon bound, and Byerly sacked for the 3rd time in this game.
That is a huge win for the De La Salle defense. There was only 5 men in the box. Mater Dei had 2 receivers spread wide all the way towards the sideline, kind of like Texas Tech and that air raid. There was a 4-man front, only 1 backer, but Matthew Johnson able to beat his man and get in the backfield. That was a quarterback run. Thought they had numbers and that Byerly could get out in space and get a nice run. 56, Matthew Johnson said, I'm not having it, beats his block, and gets a tackle for loss on Byerly, forcing the punt for Mater Dei.
I mean, there's a chance that De La Salle's defense will have given up 400 yards through the first 3 quarters, and they'll still be in this game. Bearcats signaled and made at about the 48-yard line by Ant Dean. And let's check in with Nikki as we change possessions.
Well, you mentioned Matthew Johnson is Oregon bound, and how about this? He will graduate early from De La Salle. So after tonight's game, he will join the University of Oregon in their Rose Bowl preparations just a week from now. So talk about a quick turnaround. State championship 1 week and getting ready for the college football playoffs the next.
Thank you, Nikki. That was the first time Mater Dei has punted in the Open Division Championship game in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Did not punt last year in that shutout win over Sarah. The final there was 35-0.
Good stuff by the Spartans defense. Good stuff by Nikki K.
5:27 to go in the 3rd. The referees are talking. There is a penalty marker down on the field.
Off the play, there's no foul.
Well, Jerry Troutman's going to wave this off. We had his crew a couple of weeks ago, the Lincoln Newberry Park game. Jerry was the referee not 2 days ago, but the early Friday. Yeah. And they threw a lot of flags that day and waved a lot off too. And the Lincoln Newberry Park game had probably over 30 combined penalties when it was all said and done. All right, 1st down and 10 at the 47-yard line, De La Salle.
Back to the run game till they stop.
Favai is back in there. Bouncing outside is Blanche before Lucas Campesita gets him. Move those chains. That's a 5th 1st down in the 3rd quarter here for De La Salle.
Offensive line getting a huge push up front. Not something you see very often against that big red front of Mater Dei. And and you give Blanche just a seam on the outside, the best running backs say, just give me a crease. Lorenzo Booker always used to tell me that, and that's what they give Blanche that time and makes him pay.
Needs a bit of a breather here. They're going to stuff it in the belly here of a running back, and Nasir Wyatt's going to make the stop. He's been everywhere on the field here.
Dominic Kelly picks up 2 yards.
It's Dominic Kelly picking up 2 more here.
And I think Coach Allenbaugh and the offensive staff is just setting up for Favai to keep it and throw it on a little swing, something on the outside to Jones-Drew or one of these receivers as Mater Dei back in the box.
Dominic Kelly to the right, man in motion. Favai's going to take it. Favai racing. Favai in the open field. He's got 2 to beat, and he'll beat them. And the Spartans are right back in this thing. No flags on the play. Man, they might have taken a bunch of your 5-hour energy drinks and passed it around in that locker room.
Toa Favai shot out of a cannon.
His second rushing touchdown there of this third quarter.
No option there. It was just all quarterback run to the right side. Great blocking by the guys up front. Even the running backs helping in blocking for their quarterback. And you see the speed of number 13, house call for De La Salle.
They're going to go for 2 here. 41-yard rushing touchdown for Favai to give him 16 on the season, his second of this third quarter.
Trying to make up for that deficit they had on the safety.
It's a 10-point game right now to try and make it a 1-score game. Favai's going to hand it off, and it's Blanche. And they have made it up, partner. It is an 8-point game. Game on with 4:20 to go in the third.
This is Sparta. De La Salle still fighting, not giving up. Look, they are fired up. The senior quarterback, Favai, leading the way. It was Blanche starting things off, and then you saw Favai. Look at him getting space. Angles just running away from Mater Dei defenders, especially guys in the secondary. Something you do not see very often in 13. Fired up along with his boys.
They ended that 11-quarter scoring drought for the North. They've come out guns a-blazing in the third quarter, scoring on both their drives and their defense forcing a punt. And this is more like the De La Salle that we've seen all season long. 12-0 coming in. 21 days off. It took a little while to shake off the rust, but they have certainly done it, and they figured something out in the run game. Back to a 1-score game. Heck, it was a 3-score game here, 4-score game not too long ago. 4-score end as we continue with the Civil War theme, huh?
Yeah, Braden Knight is the future, but Toa Favai is the present.
Here's the young freshman. Latuli going right again and clipped down to the 15-yard line. Even the special teams getting in on the fun. And I'm telling you, Uncle Mo is squarely as a flag comes out on that far sideline. They made the long bus ride down. They practiced yesterday at St. John Bosco.
Landon Miller flying down in kickoff coverage. Huge hit by number 45. See what the penalty is.
Jerry Troutman. This is against Mater Dei. It'll back them up halfway to the goal line. They'll have
Dead ball. Personal foul on the receiving team.
It is.
Penalty is half the distance. It'll be first down.
Let's look at that return one more time. See if we can figure out where the penalty was.
Ace Latuli on the return. Yeah, I think maybe a late hit or block in the back. Maybe after the play by Mater Dei. But this is what I'm looking at to see how they respond. You know, when they had a game early in the season, I believe it was Santa Margarita scored first, and it was really shell shock for Mater Dei. It was uncharted territory. Then Orange Lutheran, they responded better. So now their backs are against the wall. Let's see how the Monarchs respond because they are not used to adversity.
Gonna hand it off. Here's Davison. Davison, and he gets chopped down for a loss back at the 6-yard line. Oh, wow. Jaden Jefferson using that speed, and he gets credit for a tackle for a loss. Yeah, there's some teams. You saw Newbury Park a couple weeks ago hadn't taken a meaningful snap in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, breaks a first tackle, but can't get away from Jaden Jefferson taking out the legs of Jordan Davison.
Jefferson's down. That seems like a cramp right here.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
On what is a cool night here in Mission Viejo, California. When we kicked off, it was 58 degrees, dropped down to 54 now, and it's clear. Don't see any wind at all, and going to try and rehydrate and maybe kind of stretch out Jefferson here.
This is where the Monarchs need to find each other as teammates. They're always used to being in control of the game and huge confidence. Now again, adversity. They've got hit in the mouth. They've been knocked down. This is where you see the heart of a champion, picking each other up and staying together.
Now, De La Salle had quite the comeback to start the third quarter. And some fantastic plays for De La Salle to get him back into this one as Jefferson has to go off for one play. 2nd and 12 upcoming, and we revisit De La Salle and what they have done here. All the years they've won 7 championships, and that is Custer. I think I did that game. That was up at the Home Depot Center at that point. This is Sweeney here. This is against Centennial. Matt Logan somewhere's watching this going, oh, really? You got to pull those out of the ball?
That's the cat man, Anthony Catalano.
He's now a coach, right?
Yeah, that's Centennial.
And that would have been the championship back in 2015, I believe, 28-21. That have also been at Hornet Stadium the last time they won. And Byerly throws it incomplete, looking for Bowman, the sophomore tight end. And the coverage was Jacob Darts. And now it's 3rd and 12, and you're behind the sticks.
A lot of air on that ball. That's when you want to just layer, almost like a back shoulder. Just put it right over the head of the defensive back, flattening that ball out a little bit, and at least giving the big tight end and Bowman a chance to catch it.
Well, this defense for De La Salle has gotten Mater Dei off the field 4 times already in this game, 3 times on downs, forced their first punt in 2 years in the Open Division Championship on the last drive.
Keep an eye on the linebackers of De La Salle, seeing if they bring at least one of them in pressure in Byerly.
Got to get past the 18-yard line for a new set of downs on 3rd down and 2. Byerly, 3-man rush, is going to take off running. Now he spins into the end zone. What's he going to do here? He dumps it off, and it's a first down catch. Oh, my goodness, and that is Bowman, the sophomore tight end. That was dangerous, but it worked.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It was just a 4-man rush. They didn't bring anyone extra, but look at all this time Byerly has. You see his athletic ability getting away from pressure and then finding Bowman on the scramble drill, mirroring his quarterback.
They're running. Here's Davison, and Davison ahead for 5 yards. .243 and counting to go here in the 3rd at Saddleback College. Final high school football game in the state of California.
Look at the offensive line of Mater Dei, huffing and puffing. These guys are tired, not something you're used to seeing for the big men up front for the Monarchs.
1 possession game. Battle-tested Mater Dei in a fight for their lives now here, late 3rd quarter. 2nd and 4 officially. Davison's the tailback. Byerly to throw. Pressure from the edge. Connects with Marcus Harris. Harris eludes 3 different tacklers. A 4th finally gets him and darts. But it's enough for a Mater Dei first down.
Big cushion on Harris. So just checks it down. And number 10 does the rest. Makes 1 man miss, 2 and 3. Getting a lot of yards after the catch. And a first down for Mater Dei.
They're at their own 41-yard line. Byerly, 4-man rush, even up for Harris. There was a hold on his jersey and absolutely no call. You see that grab there?
Yeah.
Emery Spite, a junior, was in the coverage. Hey, whatever works, right? If you can get away with it, you get away with it.
Yeah, take a look.
Yeah, right there, huh?
Right there on the hold. Spite getting away with one.
Ever so slight, but it brings up a 2nd down and 10 now. And Spite will go out on the left side to cover a Mater Dei receiver on the top of your screen. They got 3 guys to the right. Harris in the slot down to the left.
Surprised to see the press coverage. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come back to it again.
Pistol, handoff, Davison, and Davison tries to hurdle a man. He gets clipped by Ant Dean. Down he goes, 2 yards shy of the first down, 3rd and short upcoming here for Mater Dei. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Well, how about the heart of Jordan Davison? He's got a banged up wrist. He's still fighting for his teammates, going airborne, putting his body on the line to help win a state championship.
Clock's running, 1:15 and counting here in the third. Mater Dei has not scored since it was 48 seconds to go before half when they went up 23-0. 15 unanswered for De La Salle in this third quarter. Here's a run. Davison looking for a hole to develop. He spins as he hits the hole and has enough for a first down. Jaden Nicholas to tackle.
Little surprised to see just that 4-man front and then the backers behind the sticks on that one. I thought you might have seen a goal line short yardage front for De La Salle.
From the 42 of De La Salle, Byerly throws right outside the numbers and connects with Caden Dixon-Wyatt, who is immediately taken down. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. And Spite with another tackle. That might be, as they rush to the line, let's see if they're going to run one more play here before the end of the third quarter and try and catch De La Salle on their heels here. Second down and short from the 34 of the Spartans. Byerly looks to the sideline. 10 seconds to go, and I think they're going to be content with running out the clock in the third quarter and taking a second down and short snap on the first play of the fourth quarter. That's going to be it for the third quarter of play here. The 2024 CIF State Open Division Championship game. The narrative certainly has changed. A 15-point third quarter for De La Salle. Defense pitching the shutout as well. Time to put up the fours. It's a one-score game heading to the final quarter of regulation. to the fourth quarter. It's a one-score game. Steve Quist, Rick Sadamas, and Nikki Kay. Rick Sadamas predicted that the Spartans were going to score at least once. They scored twice.
Yeah.
Pitched a 15-0 shutout in the third quarter.
Yeah, my guy Eric Sondheimer at the LA Times, doubting me, and now all of a sudden it's a one-score game. What's going on, Sandy?
Here's Davison trying to run downhill. Penalty marker comes out. He makes contact with Jacob Darts, and he gained enough for the first down, but let's hold everything. Jerry Troutman, tell us about the penalty here, likely in the area of hold against Mater Dei.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
Everything that could go wrong for Mater Dei here in this second half has. Raul Laura trying to become the third Mater Dei coach, the third different coach to win a state championship. Rollinson won 2 of them. Bruce and retired, and Frank McManus last year, and now Raul Laura, who was the runner-up for the job last year, right, to Frank McManus. And so when the change was made, the first call they made was to Raul Laura, and got that one done fairly quickly.
Yeah, so much respect for Raul Laura. You're not going to get under his skin with these calls. You see him clapping up his team, staying positive. That's what he's all about.
Yeah, both coaches. I love meeting with both of them.
Yeah.
Byerly throws to the sideline. He's got Harris. They still got some work to do here. They're going to be about 3, maybe 2 yards short, we'll call it, after a pickup of 10. They needed 12. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2. This should be fairly easy, I would think, for Mater Dei to convert this. A third quarter breakdown. De La Salle outscoring Mater Dei 15-0 using that big 11-play drive. And the Monarchs had 52 total yards, 3 first downs after having, 355 yards of total offense in the first half. Talk about flipping the script. 3rd and short. Here come the backers for De La Salle. Davison's the tailback, gets the handoff, and I don't think he got it. He's 1 yard short as he runs into Matthew Johnson. That's one Oregon guy. Both are going to Eugene, and they'll both be there next year. And in the case of one of them, right, is going to the early prep practice for the playoffs. And it's 4th and 1. What do you do now? Inside of 11 minutes to go.
Well, if you're De La Salle, you go goal line short yardage, get everyone up on the front. And if you're Mater Dei, you give it to Davidson. He's the guy that's gotten you there. Give it to number 0. Trust that big offensive line that they're going to get you a yard. It looks like even less than a yard needed.
Justin Oliver said this offensive line is bigger than the 49ers. See if his guys can move them here. Big 4th down. Byerly's going to throw, and it's Dixon Wyatt with a first down catch at the 28-yard line. That's not an easy throw to make on 4th and 2, is it? I mean, look, you quarterback Florida State for 4 years, you know.
Yeah, risky play here. Not a perfect ball, little high. Good adjustment on the back end that time by Caden Dixon Wyatt to make that catch.
That's his team-leading 5th catch of the game for up over 70 yards now. First down, move the chains. Almost 2 minutes has gone by in this 4th quarter. Dash Byerly claps his hands, pulls back, throwing for the end zone, and he's going to overthrow Dixon Wyatt. 9:59 to go. Clock stopped.
He had him on the post, and whether it's a post or a corner, you want to read their angle. That determines the air. This ball just a little behind, doesn't keep number 4 on his ankle. Tries to make a great adjustment, does Caden Dixon Wyatt. Just not able to adjust and come down with it. A rare misfire from Dash Byerly.
Byerly through 3 quarters was 14 of 22, so he's now 15 of 24. Couple of touchdowns, and he's been sacked 3 times despite being behind that big offensive line. 2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line of De La Salle. Bowman, the tight end, in motion. They turn the handoff to Davison, and he gets met in the backfield. Deuce Jones-Drew, the sophomore outside linebacker, smallest guy out there on the defense, makes a huge tackle.
Deuce Jones-Drew coming in like a missile, untouched. And how about the sophomore going head up with the senior running back in Jordan Davison and winning that one. Look at the big smile on Deuce Jones-Drew. Got to feel good for him.
Another negative play, under 9.5 to go. Brings up a 3rd down and 13.
I think the only smile bigger than him on this field is Dad, Maurice Jones-Drew on the sideline.
Likely 4-down territory for Mater Dei, regardless of the yardage they might get or lose here on this play. Back at the 31-yard line of De La Salle. Byerly's looking over at the De La Salle sideline that's chirping at him.
Watch the middle of the field.
9 minutes to go exactly. Byerly, he's got Harris, a big catch, and he's got the first down at the De La Salle 15. Man, this guy continues to come up with one big catch after another throughout his entire Monarchs career.
Another big void in the middle of the field pre-snap. Great job by Byerly and Caden Dixon-Wyatt reading the coverage and the in-breaking route. Just a lot of space. That's an easy pitch and catch.
That's the Washington connection. Byerly has signed with Washington, and Harris flipped his commitment from Oklahoma to sign with Washington. Here's Davison. Davison's going to take a man into the end zone with him, and Mater Dei's back out in front. 29-15 for the moment. Back to a 2-score game. Davison with his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one covers 15 yards.
How about the heart of number 0? Goes out with an injury, comes back in, goes airborne, comes down hard, and now right up the A-gap, breaking tackles. You see not only the speed, but the power of Jordan Davison. Got to credit and love his heart.
He had the first touchdown of the game to get Mater Dei out to a 7-0 lead. He has the last touchdown that they've had to give them a 14-point advantage at 29-15. Zante to add the extra point here. Splits the uprights perfectly. And it is 30-15. 8:19 to go. That's quite the answer to begin the 4th quarter for the Mater Dei Monarchs. And the #1 team of the nation has a little more breathing room as we get deeper into this one. What a response by Mater Dei on that last drive to go up 15. You can thank Oregon-bound Jordan Davison, who you see right there with the green gloves, coming back from either a wrist or hand injury that he suffered earlier in the game.
Yeah, you see the vision, the cutback early on in the game, and then the breakaway speed this time. with another huge gain here off the left side, getting that second level, going airborne after being injured. And then right here up the middle, determined to get in that end zone and fighting for his teammates, fighting through pain and doing what he's done all season long. You see, he's on fire. See him steaming, just like he's been doing all season.
Those 101 yards now put him up over 1,200 yards for the season, 19 rushing touchdowns. That last drive was 16 plays, 92 yards. They ate 8:01 off the clock. It started in the third quarter and progressed to the first third of the second quarter. This is Ant Dean on the return. Gets through a hole and then takes a big pop around the 27-yard line. Back to a 2-score advantage for Mater Dei. They've been up as many as 23 at 23-0 at the half. Weathered the storm a bit, 15 consecutive third quarter points for De La Salle, but then they score to open up the fourth quarter here and take a significant chunk of time off the scoreboard. And back out comes Favai, who scored both those touchdowns in the third quarter for De La Salle. This drive starts at the 25-yard line. A handoff and Blanche going nowhere, wrapped up and brought down. It's Tamu Tuapui. And another tackle for a loss, 11 for a kid who's been offered by Oregon. He's a 315-pound junior.
Tuapui seemed like he was untouched, just right up the middle in the backfield as soon as you're running back out the football, and a huge tackle for loss.
Face mask on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Oh, wow. How about that? The face mask, and how huge is that? Instead of being behind the sticks, they're going to get another first down and 15 yards.
You can see it. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Right there, Tuapui.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
Good call.
Look how big he is compared to Blanche.
Just swallowed him up.
Gobbles him up. Like a little rag doll. Out of the 41-yard line on the dive, and nothing is there. Nasir Wyatt is the first to get in there and say, "You ain't running on my watch, Deuce Jones-Drew."
Well, you know that Coach Thomas and Coach Cisse, the defensive coordinators, along with Raul Lara, challenging their defense, saying what happened last drive, you are not going to let that happen again. Monarchs showing some fight in the defensive front and the run defense.
That was actually a gain of a yard, second down at 9, 7:21 and counting. There's that rolling start right by the offensive line. Another flag, and we talked about it might have been rolling a little too soon here for De La Salle.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And the Mater Dei fans applauding, finally getting a call, it seems like.
So you give some yardage back, and you're going to be behind the sticks here on a second down at 14 now. Justin Allenbaugh not the least bit happy about that. His team earlier this year went to London, played an international game over in London, and won that over the NFL Academy over there. And they're ranked 9th in the state of California up against the #1 ranked team, who's played one of the toughest schedules ever in the history of high school football. And nothing there for Favai. And all of a sudden, this defensive front has woken up big time.
We talked about Mater Dei responding when hit with adversity. That last drive, it was all De La Salle running at will, and now the Monarchs saying, we're not having any of that this drive. Everyone shedding their blocks, getting in the backfield, everyone getting a hat to the football.
De La Salle has only thrown the football 4 times in this game.
I'm going to throw it here.
They'd only thrown it 82 times all year. Favai, and oh my goodness, Blanche. I'm not sure if he would have dove and caught that, they would have lost even more yards back to the 30-yard line. So it's 4th down. That's another one of those rockets that he throws at one of his receivers. I think both times it's been to Blanche.
Yeah, well, it was really timing. He wanted to let that develop more, but Nasir Wyatt right in his face, so he had to get rid of it before he wanted to. You hope that Wyatt's okay, slow to get up, and you see him on some pain on the sideline.
That would be a big loss here. You figure De La Salle's probably only going to get the football back one more time. Look at this crazy here on 4th down. They're going to go for it, and it almost got picked off. They'll turn it over on downs. Abdul Sanders, like you'd seen that on film 10 times, knocked it down, and you see why he'll be in Tuscaloosa next year.
Yeah, this is a long throw. If you're going to do this, you got to get someone to block Sanders. No one touches him. He comes free. Almost gets the pick six. I don't think the rest of the receivers were ready for that ball to be snapped. They didn't get off the ball. It didn't even touch. Sanders coming off the edge.
And Mater Dei now with a sustained drive, even with a short field, can wrap this thing up. 6:14 to go. It's a two-score game at 30-15. Davison back out there along with Dash Beerley.
Looking for the knockout punch right here.
From the 36-yard lines where this drive starts. Handoff Davison. He goes left. And Davison downhill to the 31. That's going to bring us under 6 minutes here. Full complement of timeouts for De La Salle. Second down and 5 upcoming from the 31, and in no rush is Mater Dei. Going to close in on a 5th state championship, trying to go 5-0 in state championship games. All 5 championships would be from 2017 on. It's hard to imagine that such a storied program did not win one prior to 2017.
Yeah.
Used to be a basketball school, right? Gary McKnight, his guys. Miles Simon and company. Beerley for Bowman. He's got it. Bowman spins and he's in. Touchdown, and that should just about do it. We came on the air talking about the sophomore who's still got 2 more years to go. And, oh, by the way, they say he's a great touchdown catcher. He caught one in the championship game last year. He's got another one this year, but he's an even better blocker.
Yeah, we talked about just giving him a chance, not overthrowing him one-on-one. Makes the catch, spin move, and then breaks the tackle. Dagger from Mater Dei.
Byerly with his 3rd touchdown throw of the game. Bowman hauls that one in. Bowman with his 8th touchdown reception. Back now to a 3-score game. And that sideline and stands for De La Salle has been deflated. Extra point straight through again. 5:11 to go here in the 4th. Mater Dei leads it 37-15.
Well, you've got guys in the box to help with the run game. So you go man-man coverage outside. Bowman gets behind the defensive back. Byerly just giving his man a chance. One-on-one saying, make a play, brother. Bowman does just that. The catch, spin move, breaks a tackle. Easy walk in. That's a Division I tight end. Watch out for Mr. Bowman.
Byerly has thrown a touchdown pass to 3 different wide receivers here tonight. It would be honorary to start things. That was a 90-yarder. Dixon Wyatt had one, and now Bowman has one. And this is his 2nd championship game. He caught one as a freshman last year against Sarah. He's got one this year. He, you know, we talk about Mater Dei basketball, but he's got an opportunity if they win this thing to go all Stanley Johnson. Remember back to his days where he came to Mater Dei before going to Arizona and on to the NBA. And what did he do? He won 4 state championships in high school basketball for Gary McKnight. This could be the football equivalent here.
Yeah,
you got 2 more years to go.
You see his teammates happy, fired up for him as he gives a quick glance to the Spectrum camera. And a minute ago, Randy Wright, the offensive coordinator, coming up, giving him some love, saying something probably along the lines of, hey, we found you. I was going to get you the ball so you can make a play. And Bowman making his coach look good.
Looked like he passed on the love, too, to the offensive line that has protected Byerly here tonight.
Yeah.
This kick is fielded and out across the 35 to the 34 to the 35-yard line. That's Deuce Jones-Drew. Let's check in with Nikki.
Well, on his connection with Byerly, Bowman's answer was as easy as it looks, guys. He said the ball just gets there and everyone does their jobs.
Well, quite the response by Mater Dei here in the 4th quarter, right? They got punched for the first time, faced some adversity in the 3rd quarter, giving up 15 points. And they have returned the favor here, scoring 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter and reestablishing a 23-point advantage. Favai ducking the pressure, taken off. Monsieur Wyatt trying to get him from the backside, and he's out of bounds up near the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 yards for a kid who is a 2,000-yard plus rusher for his career. And career's going to end as he takes a breather here. Braden Knight will come back in. His career is going to end with 3 straight championship games and over 2,000 yards rushing. Unfortunately, he'll be 0-3 in those title games. Here's Braden Knight. We saw him for one series in the first half, threw a pick, and here connects on the sidelines with Robert Santiago. The senior got his 8th catch of the season.
And it's tough when you see a team lose in the state championship. You forget that they were a section champion. And he is still a championship quarterback for De La Salle. Will go down as one of the best, winning another North Coast section championship.
Yep. Favai back in there now. He took a breather after the long run.
Yeah, it's been fun watching this young man play and lead this team the past few years. What a career.
2nd down and 6. Play fake. Goes past the defender, dives past him and runs, and should have enough for the first down outside the numbers on that far side. Lucas Capizita with a stop.
And he's been such a leader this year, even with Braden Knight, the junior quarterback, coming in. I know it's not easy as a quarterback when you share reps with someone, but he's been such a great teammate, such a leader, helping Braden and wanting what's best for this program, not just for the present, but for the future.
Braden's back in. He's going to lob one up, incomplete on that far sideline. Looking for Dylan Scott, a sophomore, has been targeted at least 3 times in this game, and now they'll send Knight over to the huddle, and Favai might come back in here. 4:18 to go, clock stop. De La Salle can stop it 3 more times, but you got to get a touchdown here on this drive. 4th down and short here, and of course your best option is Favai.
It's either going to be Blanche or Favai carrying the ball. As we see the veer, the 2 running backs split behind Favai.
And early movement, they're going to give them the first down. Mater Dei's defense did that a couple of times via penalty in the first quarter. And it's Ezekiel Sua.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, results of first down.
And a sophomore got a little too excited right there and moved. He's a big boy.
Favai gets him on the hard count, and that's where it's frustrating as a defensive staff when the ball's right in front of you when you're a nose guard or a tackle and you jump on the hard count.
First down and 10 at the Mater Dei 37 for De La Salle. Favai. He pumps, he takes off. And he's going to get to around the 31-yard line, maybe the 30, a pickup of 6.
Fahve dropped from behind by Ezekiel Sua.
Kid plays with a ton of heart. He's looking downfield, but great coverage on the back end by Mater Dei, not allowing anything, forcing Favai to run.
Back in goes Knight. Knight throws, and Knight gets picked off for the 2nd time. Intercepted Abdul Sanders. His 2nd pick of the season, returns it to midfield, and this thing is done. Mater Dei is 3:39 away from their 5th state championship and back-to-back national championships. And they have deserved it with the way the defense and offense have played and the schedule, the gauntlet they've run through this year.
Tough one for Knight. He's trying to fit in a tight window. And you see Sanders just reading the young quarterback's eyes, dropping in that lane in the curl flat area and making the interception. Knight trying to make the tackle on Sanders. That's a tough one for the young quarterback trying to make a play and finding his receiver in the zone. I think that was Chase Young he was looking for.
Yep.
Sanders finishes it.
And so in comes Byerly. In front of him is Bowman. In the pistol, Leggett. Kenny Leggett looks like he's behind him. And they're going to turn, hand it off, and he lost the football. And let's see, did De La Salle get it before it went out of bounds? Wow. They did. Covered up by De La Salle, DJ Asi, Nevada bound. He'll play tight end in college. Great play by the defensive end here.
Wow, just a miscue in the mesh and the handoff from Byerly to Leggett. And Asi jumps on it. Not sure if he had possession in bounds, but gets the call. And De La Salle still with a little life.
That first turnover of the night for Mater Dei. 3:32 to go. Levi will come back out here to run the offense. Got it first down and 10 at the Mater Dei 38-yard line, but again, for the second time in this game, they are down 22 points. Some trickery here, and Mater Dei sniffs it out and drops the ball carrier for a 2-yard loss.
It's a good job by Troy Bishop, number 27, coming down. Good leverage to force the ball carrier back inside, not allow him to get to the outside perimeter.
Campista is slow to get up here. He's talking about his rib cage there. Give a breather to De La Salle. It'll be officials' time out here with 3:13 to go, and they'll get him off quickly, gingerly walking off. And now they tell him to go down. And then he comes back up.
Well, we have a moment. We talk about Mater Dei and history and the memories. 5 of these Monarchs played together since their Pop Warner days. And Nasir Wyatt, Abdul Sanders, and Chuck McDonald, Darius Dixon, and also Marcus Harris. These guys have been together a long time, kind of the Fab Five, and trying to wrap up history together after being together since Pop Warner. Pretty cool.
Inside of 3 minutes to go. Levi fires it at the shoe tops of his intended target. It took a big hit. And it falls incomplete. Looking for Ant Dean. Stopping the clock with 2:49 to go. We started to talk about that battle-tested Monarchs schedule, and we showed it earlier. We showed what they did against national teams, but they have beaten the number 2 team in the state twice. That would be St. John Bosco. The number 3 team once, the number 4 team Centennial twice.
Yeah.
Number 6, 7, and 8 in the state, about to beat number 9. And they've also beaten 5 in the nation, 7 in the nation twice, 8 in the nation, and Kahuku as well.
That's right.
A dominant team from Hawaii. So it's going to be a pretty memorable season. As they're going to get to 13-0. There's your impressive wins. That's the national rankings.
Wow.
Not a single easy game in there at all on the schedule.
Yes, and anyone that questions when Mater Dei claims national championship, there's your defense right there.
Yeah.
5 nationally ranked teams, beating them all this year. 2 of them twice in St. John Bosco and Corona Centennial.
Levi gets hit, throws it, and a one-handed interception in the end zone. That is Ace Latuli, the freshman, and a penalty marker comes out. That's the 3rd interception thrown by De La Salle. And this one comes with 2:05 to go in the 4th.
Levi just trying to give his guy a shot, the deep post over the top. What a play by number 22, Ace Latuli, the freshman. As you mentioned, Steve, one-handed interception.
Levi, he got nailed. He took the brunt of it as he was getting rid of the football.
The ruling on the field is an interception in the end zone. Jet ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Penalty is half the distance. It'll be first down.
Let's watch the hit that Levi took, and he's a tough guy, man. Headed to Idaho.
Look at that. Right after the hit, he goes down. I know that feeling as a quarterback when you get driven into the turf. And a nice play by Latui. It was after the fact in his celebration, kind of a machine gun motion. I think that drew the penalty.
Dylan Clayton with the hit there. From the 10-yard line to start this drive with 2:05 to go. It's academic now. Here's a run, and Leggett's got a first down run. Keep those chains moving right here.
Chase Wegner getting some reps, a senior quarterback. He's been running that scout team, the Veer, the past couple weeks.
Yeah, he got to reward him, right? He helped get him set up to beat De La Salle tonight.
Yeah. Well, after Coach Lara did it. First, he was modeling. Right. He was running the scout team and giving him the Veer look, and then he taught it to Chase Wegner, and he did it the past week. A lot of credit for this senior quarterback being a team player, helping run that scout team especially. running this Veer offense the past few weeks, trying to emulate the scheme of De La Salle. Good to see him getting some reps to finish this game.
About to go 13-0. Here's Leggett with a spin move and cleaned up shy of the 25-yard line by Ace Robinson. So Raul Lara's third trip to a state title game. You know, he lost both title games at Long Beach Poly back before we had an open division game in Division I. Left Long Beach Poly, went to Warren, then to St. Anthony, and now Mater Dei. He had a meeting, you know, it was always Poly versus Mater Dei, right, in the 90s, and he had a meeting with Matt Grudegood, the most decorated Mater Dei player. And we understand Matt's now working up in Canada.
Yeah, so cool to see Groots back on campus recently. Loves the program, one of the most respected Monarchs. Was honored to play against him and then with him in the Cal Florida Bowl.
Handoff up the middle, Leggett again to finish this one off, and likely Mater Dei won't have to snap the football again. It was a one-score game to start the fourth quarter, so certainly the North has made up some ground here against the #1 team in the nation, but credit Mater Dei when they were facing some adversity and they got punched by De La Salle in the 2 Favai rushing touchdowns in the third quarter. They responded with a couple of touchdowns and then 2 takeaways, and all smiles. Raul Lara finally gets it down to 0, and Mater Dei state champs for the 5th time. They'll go back-to-back here in the open division and likely a national championship in back-to-back seasons as well.
Yeah. Congratulations, Coach Raul Lara and the Monarchs. So much respect for Coach Lara. He's won everywhere he has been. Long Beach Poly, Warren High School, St. Anthony's. Yep. And now his next coaching assignment here at Mater Dei. Cannot be more happy for Coach Lara and his staff and these boys. Back-to-back CIF, state, and most likely national champions.
Yeah, probably never expected this when he was runner-up for the job before last year. And what a difference a year makes, huh? Mater Dei gets it done 37-15 over De La Salle. Back for the trophy presentation after this. 8 wins in a row for the South in the CIF Open Division Championship game. Back-to-back for Mater Dei, who ends the season 13-0, and they hand De La Salle their first loss of the year. They'll finish at 12-1. Let's send it down to the field to start our celebration. Here's Nikki K.
It's my honor to begin our trophy presentation here with the Open Division runners-ups. De La Salle, an incredibly fought game tonight. Thank you so much to head coach Justin Allenbaugh. Joining me is Luis Rocha of the CIF Executive Committee. Here is your trophy, coach. Thank you so much. Incredible job. De La Salle Spartans, you should be very proud of yourselves, and a job well done. Thank you, coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Congratulations, guys.
And now joining me on stage from the CIF Executive Committee is Paula Rodas and Sandy Nugent. And we're ready to present the Open Division champions, their trophy. If I could get head coach Raul Lara on stage, and if I could get Semi and Chuck on stage with me as well, and the Mater Dei Monarchs. If you'll bring it on over here, we got a trophy to present. All right, coach, step right up. I'm gonna stand on over to the side here. You'll go ahead and pass on over the trophy to Coach Lara. All right, Semi and Chuck, if you could join us on stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Semi and Chuck, first of all, Semi, back-to-back. How does it feel?
Feels fantastic. You know who it is. Yes, sir. Shark Boys. That's a great way to send our seniors off.
Listen, this senior class has had 3 different head coaches in 3 years, and you stayed resilient and you stayed on top. What does it mean to be leaving this legacy at this school?
Oh my gosh, it means a lot, especially for us seniors to leave the legacy that we did. Man, I love my guys, man.
Shark Boys.
Yes, sir. Shark Boys, we on top.
Shark Boys.
Hey, we got it. We got head coach Raul Lara is new to the podium. This is his first time as state champion. First of all, coach, what does this moment mean to you?
Well, first of all, we got to give thanks to our Lord Jesus Christ for even allowing us to be here and accomplish the season that we had. Obviously, this means a lot to me. It's just neat seeing these guys grow, not just, in football, but character-wise and everything. I really love these young men. They've done a fantastic job. There are a lot of great, good kids on this team. Oh, yeah.
Chuck, what does this moment mean to you?
It means a lot to get this last win with my brothers. I'm just very blessed, and, we national champs now. Let's go.
Back to back. All right. There we go. We're going to lay out your Mater Dei Monarchs Open Division national champions for the 2nd year in a row. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nikki. 5th title in the last 7 years for the Mater Dei Monarchs. They do it with 3 different head coaches, Bruce Rollinson, Frank McManus, and now this year, Raul Lara. Well-deserving, and Shark Boys, I don't know what that's about. Next conference call, we'll ask about it, but the Shark Boys had only a 1-score lead in the 4th quarter, and they were able to distance themselves and get it done by 22 points.
Yeah, you've got to give credit to Coach Justin Allenbaugh and the Spartans for fighting into that 4th quarter. For Raul Lara, so humble, letting his players talk first. You heard his heart there, and this brotherhood, these guys to make history and finish back-to-back national champions. So proud of these young men, and Mater Dei, they rule once again.
And another win for the South. That is 8 in a row. They hoist the trophy. Mater Dei bringing their 5th state championship back to their Santa Ana campus. That's going to do it from Saddleback College here in Mission Viejo, California. South Orange County. It's a good day for Orange County teams, right? Edison gets a victory in the game prior. Their first ever. Mater Dei's got their 5th. They are the Open Division champs. Thanks for joining us for an incredible weekend of high school football. For our entire crew, our producer Matt Graham, my partner Chris Ricks, and Nikki K, I'm Steve Quist. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great holiday season. Good night from Orange County.